and the beautiful Bow River going right through downtown as well. And we bring you now to Canada Olympic Park, the site of the 1988 Winter Olympic Games. And into the building, Winsport, the Mark and McPhail Center, to bring you some action here from the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. Session 18 for you tonight in our feature matchup, Denmark versus Switzerland. Let's take a look at our team lineups here this evening. First, Denmark lead, Kasper Viksten. Second is Mads Nørgaard. Mads actually calls the game, throws second stones. Third is Tobias Tunena. And the fourth round stower, Mikael Kraus. Taking on Switzerland tonight, lead Valentin Tanner. Second, Peter de Cruz also calls the game and throws second. Third, Sven Mikkel. And the skip, Benoit Schwartz. Take a look at our current standings here. RCF and Sweden at the top of the board with 2 losses. Canada, Norway, Scotland, and the United States all at a jam at 3 losses. Switzerland alone at 4, looking to win again this evening. Italy alone at 5, Japan at 6, and a pile with only 2 wins, including Denmark in our feature tonight.
Good game. Good game.
And some fist pumps instead of handshakes to get this game started. Here's the other games taking place tonight in session 18 over on sheet A. Big matchup with Canada versus Sweden. Our feature matchup on sheet B. Next door on sheet C, 2 teams at 2 and 7, Korea versus Germany. And on sheet D, Scotland versus Italy. We come in now to the beautiful Winsport Arena and the Calgary bubble situation that is set up here for a number of championship events. And my name is Jill Officer, and joining me is Olympic and world champion Kevin Martin to bring you all the highlights here. And Kevin, what do you think about this matchup here tonight?
Well, I think it's a very, very important game for Team Switzerland. Obviously important for both, but for Team Switzerland to remain in a hunt for the top 6 and get the automatic entry into the Olympic Games. This game is mandatory. They must win, otherwise they could be on the outside looking in at the end of this week.
How many, Switzerland sits at 5 and 4. What do you see right now as the cutoff number for making that top 6 right now?
Right now, I think there's a chance that I think 4 will get in. I do. 5? Not so sure. So, they're right teetering. They're cliff-hanging, if you will. So cannot afford any more losses. You never know. Like 5 could get in, but you don't want to count on hoping, sitting back going, well, we need this help, we need this help, we need this help. You don't want that. If Switzerland can win out, they're looking in good shape. Their draw of the button at before games is very good. So there are no tiebreakers.
Right.
It goes off the draw challenge, and they're doing very well with that. So if they, even if they get in a tie situation, they look good that they'll be the team that goes forward.
And as we just saw the pregame draw to the button numbers for this one, Switzerland's numbers not good enough to grab the hammer in the first end here. So Denmark will have the last stone advantage. And getting ready to start us off here. 28-year-old Valentin Tanner. Part of this team, 3 of the members won bronze medal in Pyeongchang in 2018. Looking to put up a guard here.
I would imagine that Switzerland will play very aggressively this game, try to put lots of pressure on Team Denmark.
Casper Vixten.
Go forward!
The games I've watched and
Go!
called for Team Denmark, Casper has been really, really solid. Usually up in the high 80s. Just a really good player. And obviously a very good sweeper. But he's been in front of the tee line most of the time. And thank you, Casper, for making this one after I said all that stuff.
Oh, didn't you hear I already jinxed the Netherlands skip today, saying how good of a drawer he was in Lethbridge a few years ago, and he didn't draw very well today.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you got off the hook on that one.
5.
C'est bien. 6.
Attention.
Bien vitesse.
That's a good start to this end. A couple of shots, and we'll see Valentin try to make the freeze.
Vitesse bien.
Ligne parfaite.
Vitesse bien. Non, non, il y a bien assez. Non,
Reste
ça
avec,
bounce.
reste avec.
Petit bounce. Ça pousse un peu.
Super.
Touched.
Bravo.
Nice. Bien joué, Val.
Yeah.
Teams choosing to switch sides back and forth. Kevin, do you usually follow the team down on the same side, or does it depend on the angles, depend on the player, all of the above?
It depends on, absolutely depends on the situation. You're right. That's a good point. And that's good to notice that, but you're right. It all depends on the angle matters a lot, especially with ice that's curling a lot, which this definitely is right now.
And if you missed us earlier today, the rocks here at the championship were papered, we call them, and that just means that the ice makers took some sandpaper to the running surface a little bit, and it makes them curl. So we've seen some nice finish in the ice today.
And I've also seen a lot of the curlers having a little trouble because things have changed.
Yes, and having a hard time making the adjustment. As we see 31-year-old Peter de Cruz throwing second stones here.
Non, pas plus. Attention.
Ligne bien.
Oui.
Oui.
Ok, juste vitesse. Juste vitesse. Un tout petit peu large. Wow.
Ligne bien.
C'est parfait, c'est parfait.
Nice line, trying to get to the inside of the red stone.
Très bien,
Does
super.
very nicely.
14-8. Comme lui.
Je pense donc.
Mads Nergard, 27-year-old, who actually calls the game. Similar lineup for both teams. The second stone thrower actually calls the game.
That's unusual. To have two teams play each other like this with the setups. No, it's not a normal setup. Obviously works very well for both of these teams.
Godt, Mads.
Would have liked to have got a little bit more curl. Nose hit is likely available to get rid of both reds and stay in the rings with a third yellow.
Ça marche pas avec pile en plein. C'est OK. Bien ça. C'est bien. Tu veux un plein? Ouais.
Not much ice, so this must be coming fairly firm.
On passer proche de la gueule, mais. Poil moins.
Ouais.
And less yet. Wanting to get a little, as much to the nose, a little to the inside if they can, Kevin? I'm not sure they can get to the inside.
I'm not sure they can get the inside.
Oui.
Definitely close to the nose.
Allez, go. Encore.
Super.
Good shot.
Allez, très bien.
Just a reminder of our rules of play. Teams are required to play a minimum of 6 ends. Each team has 38 minutes of thinking time. And each side also has 1 60-second timeout. Nice shot there by Peter.
Didn't get by much and hit right on the nose. So now trying to do the same. A little less weight. Oh, beautiful. Just gets by.
Godt, Mads.
Those are not that easy, those shots. Very well done by both teams. Just barely getting by.
Comme tu veux, Pete. OK.
Très bien.
Directement sur celle-là, ça va aussi.
Ouais. Je crois que c'est mieux sur la jaune, mais.
I like this call, trying to hit into the pocket. Tolerance being a little bit wide.
Ouais.
33-year-old
Wow.
Sven Mikael.
Oh, oui, 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 oui.
Oh, le bruit. Oh, ce bruit.
Prends la jaune là. Oui.
OK.
Just over curls a little bit.
That's why the tolerance was to be a little bit wide. That was a little bit tight. Couldn't get the red out. Want to hit the red first.
Oui, oui.
So just hit on the outside a little. Close to perfect, but just hit the wrong one first.
Yeah, and spins those other two over to be lined up, leaving Denmark sitting 1.
Yeah, a chance to come around with the in-turn and go right to the side of the button, buried.
Tobias Tuna,
Lang.
26-year-old.
Tæt på hak. Ja, lang. Støj bag. Tæt linje. Støj bag. Ja, lang. Yep. Den skal ramme et eller andet. Yep.
Rock's really moving towards the middle. To be sure to get by. Don't think so. Just lost that one, didn't sweep it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. They didn't seem too worried about it even.
Ça?
Den burde have været igennem.
OK.
Ja, jeg har 0-0.
Ah!
Oui, on peut faire ça aussi.
Si on ose, lui, il a ça derrière, mais...
Comme tu veux.
C'est une petite moitié
Could play
ouverte.
the run back, but Peter's saying, but if we do go and nose it, bang, bang, there's a simple double for red to lie two. So now having to make the run back and roll the Yellowstone going back behind the center guards. It's a lot to ask.
Yes.
It's hard enough just to make the run back, let alone worry about where the Rocks are going to go afterwards.
And again, over curl for Sven.
A little tight on both.
C'est bien, safe.
Ein tredjedel.
Non, il a quand même le double derrière.
So chance again for Denmark to sit 2.
Ja. Hak. Får lige lidt at leve af. Lang. Hurtig. Yep. Hurtig.
This is going a little bit early.
Hurtig.
It's getting tight, getting tight.
Oh, and they just rub. And then tick the other one and roll in
Ikke så
front.
hurtigt igen, hva'?
It didn't end up in too bad of a spot. That's certainly usable.
Hurtig.
They almost held this thing. See it started to curl early. A little bit fortunate not to bump that yellow into the rings, actually.
Den her var heller ikke langsom. Eller
Problemet er, at jeg havde 2,60.
Jeg ved det godt.
Det er normalt 10,5.
Ja, men vi kan ikke bruge den der.
Il va faire le run, hein.
Ça, j'aime pas trop,
Hein?
mais...
Il peut faire le run.
It's still a very dangerous red stone, though, when it's right in the front of the house. Can be promoted quite easily,
Non.
even if this guard is made.
Moi, je suis pas hyper fan de ce call, hein.
Hein?
Si on rate la garde, on se prend 3. Hein.
OK. Venir au centre, c'est sûr que j'aime pas, moi. Parce que ça c'est aligné après.
On vient clean, mais...
Comme ça?
T'aimes pas le round,
Also
là?
talking about some other
Ah,
options
le
here,
run,
going
tu aimes pas?
behind, drawing open.
Non.
What do you like, Kevin?
Okay.
Do you like the guard?
La garde parfaite.
Ouais, ouais.
Ooh, it's a tough situation. There's only 2 rocks to go. I would probably go throw one more in the house. Maybe throw to the side of the button. You can't afford to come around too far, though, or else the raise double will be there.
Our first look at the 4th rock thrower for this Swiss team, 29-year-old
Oui.
Benoit Schwartz.
Demi. Oui. Wow. Wow.
Déjà deux.
Wow.
Déjà deux. Proche, hein.
Wow. Place.
Seul deux.
Comme la jaune là. Comme la
I'm throwing
jaune.
the
Ligne
guard.
bien.
Comme la jaune. Poil plus.
Attention, Val.
Nothing wrong with
Il y
this.
a 3.
It's just a little bit dangerous.
Non, 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 non. Oh, 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 oh. Bien. Super. Bien joué. Bien joué.
So a nose hit on that guard
Det er ikke bare, vi
will
spiller den
promote the
alligevel.
red into the yellow to sit 2,
I virkeligheden kan du godt få
and
den
both will
der.
be buried. So then all of a sudden a 3 is on the table. That was the only problem with that call, in
Jeg
my
vil bare gerne væk
opinion.
med shooteren.
Was Switzerland maybe hoping that Denmark would just draw?
Er det bare lige på den, Mikkel?
Maybe. But it's a nose hit. So hit this right on the nose,
Så drager han.
Spécial.
Ouais. OK.
or even just a little on the inside. Sit 2, and Benoit's going to have to make a really good draw to the back of the house, I imagine, to save the end if this is made.
32-year-old Mikael Kraus.
Yep.
Fourth stone thrower for Danish team.
Okay.
So straight back, but that yellow does squeeze out a little bit.
Okay, Mikkel.
8, 9. Ça, il a pas. Enfin,
A bit of a decision to make here.
Il arrive à prendre moitié, 2 tiers, je pense, de ça. Faudrait être le plus loin possible.
Team Switzerland obviously could just hit the yellow onto the red, but it would likely spin in the open and be an open hit for 2.
Vraiment, même 9,
Or you
c'est
come
presque
around
mieux,
everything.
sinon il a ça, si on est T-line. OK, Val?
But of course, you're risking 3
Tu veux un peu plus encore?
coming around, so very aggressive call. Team Switzerland, the first end.
I like it.
It's great for us in the booth and all the fans around the world.
Well, I also come from the Team Jones School of Strategy, so the aggressive is my instinct.
6, 7.
OK, 9, 9, 9.
7, 8.
Bien assez.
C'est déjà vite fait.
Il est juste ligne. Wow. Place. Oui,
Neuf.
place.
9.
So
Un peu large.
wannabe buries here. It looks out there a little bit.
It needs to bury.
Si on
And
est shot,
be
il est le plus
shot.
loin possible. Hein. Sinon, il y a le 9. Ouais, ouais.
Starting to go in there now.
Continue. Encore.
It does bury, but the way it curls there, the bump is likely available.
Men det kører. Præcis. Vi spiller den 8 bag i
Especially
hånden,
because
og
of the
det er bare-
separation between the guard that they would need to get by. And they don't have to move it terribly far. It's a little deeper than Switzerland wanted.
Godt, vi er kommet ind.
Ja.
Just a
Jeg hopper
huge
bare på
chance
lige
here.
efter
Backline weight,
Hvad erfaren kører vi med?
Jeg spiller 8 bag i hånden.
and it will curl, so just be ready once it starts to buckle.
Det er 10 eller sådan noget. 15, 20.
Ja.
Final stone here in the first end. Denmark
God fart!
looking to
God fart.
God retning.
get potentially 3 here in the first
God
end.
fart. Bagkant.
This will curl.
Bagkant.
It looks tight.
Hard! Højt, Tobias, hjem!
This is on the front.
But they will tap and
Igen.
score a single here in the first end. So 1-0 lead for Denmark over Switzerland.
T'as l'impression qu'il active beaucoup, mais en fait, c'est assez
Non,
droit.
comme le grand là, il a
Et
joué là-dessus.
c'est des toupies, mais c'est assez
C'est
droit.
assez droit, puis c'est quand même plus frais au centre.
Ouais, abusé. Hein.
Le grand, inden før vi er helt der, hvor vi skal være. 10 sekunder igen. Mikkel, din fod. Det ligger noget lignende. 3 sekunder, det må godt. God! Lidt nede. God fart! T-line! Vente lidt. Så. Kan selv lige nu. T-line! Okay. 8! Skal nok sætte sig. T-line 8. Skal lige have lidt. Kom lidt. 8. Fin lang tid. Flot, Kasper. Flot! Langt imellem T-line og 8.
Welcome back here to the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. Second end here between Denmark and Switzerland. Denmark having a chance for 3, only getting 1 in the first end, and so Switzerland will have the last one advantage here, playing 2.
Didn't really give that out-turn tap a good chance. Kind of tight right away.
Elle est là.
Kort! 1! Tobias kører. Kom på fart. Kom på fart. 1! Tobias. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Trying to get a little curl out of this, wanting to get this rock to the center line and not too long.
High goal! High!
Depth is pretty good. Need to curl a little bit more.
Dix-sept demi. 11. 11. 11. Attention. Wow. Rush.
So Switzerland trying to make a play at this.
See if they can get across the face and get a little roll. Looks pretty good.
Actually, overroll, I think. As we take a look at our first update here tonight, Kevin, Sweden, Canada in the first end.
Yes, it looks like Team Sweden taking on the half rock hack weight for 3. Just trying to hit the outside edge of the rock in the rings. It's very close. It's very close, trying to get it to curl enough. Close. Hit it too thin. So that's a big steal of 1 for Team Canada. Very nice shot by Brendan Botcher on his first to set that steal up. It's always scary when Nicodine has a rock in his hand that could count 3.
Again.
Just a ticked guard on the way by, trying to get the shot stone. Now a chance to use that corner guard. Put some pressure on.
Il faut jouer 14 ou...
Non, non, 14-5, ça vient pour 4.
Tu penses?
Oh, ouais, sûr.
Ligne bien.
5 seul.
Ligne bien.
Peter de Cruz is a sports soldier with the Swiss Army. Trying to find out what that is. I'm not sure.
Ligne bien.
He is in the Swiss Army.
Peut-être Val pour finir.
C'est un peu plus que ça.
Ouais, ça c'est un peu plus, c'est ok. Ouais, Val, ouais. Elle est encore un tout petit peu ouverte.
Ok, wow.
Très bien.
Super.
Je joue à 15, 1.
Jeg kan også godt lide at prøve at rulle det ud.
Lige på, Mads.
You look at the coach for Denmark, Kenneth Hertzdahl. As we watch Mads Nergaard. A tuck delivery, which we don't see a lot of from outside of Canada, especially out of Manitoba.
Outside of, I was just going to say, outside of Manitoba. Trying to get the little roll to the outside. Very close, almost had it. That's a very popular delivery in Manitoba. Obviously hard on the knee, hard on the legs, but he doesn't weigh very much.
And Swiss coach Havard Vad Peterson. Of course, we are familiar with him from the Thomas Ulsrud team that you played against many a time, Kevin.
Definitely, yeah, a really good person and a really good curler and a good coach. This rock's really moving, trying to make sure they stick around. Very nice. Now both rocks underneath that corner pretty well.
Jeg tænker, hvis vi viser runbacken, smider han over den anden side, så har vi en dobbelt bagefter. Der er også et ramme hul.
Det vil være dobbelt grad. Stor chance for at sætte sig i vores. Jeg kan meget godt lide det.
Okay. Hvad er det, 10?
Ja, 9 er fint.
9.
Gå!
Stop! 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 Hold!
Trying to get a little roll off the very outside here. This is a little bit tight though.
Okay.
Ooh, they just tick the top yellow, but managed to make contact still with that back one that they were trying to remove.
Yes, hit that a little bit thicker on the front and would have missed the back and left 2 in the rings, but it turned out okay. Got away with it. Really well swept here, trying to hold the line.
Okay.
Bien ça, 6. Voilà. Oh.
Faut éviter le double, hein.
By doing that, did actually kick the Swiss stone out in the open a little bit, so that it can be tapped later if the opportunity arises.
On peut finir un peu.
Line this rock in front of the tee line.
Ok, ça va.
A little bit deep.
Ouais.
You might see
Ça accélère bien.
Team Denmark freezing.
14-5, ouais.
Kan I fryse?
Yeah, the team likes the freeze, so
Well, it's almost completely buried. So the bump is fine, but it's a hard shot.
Jeg har en tredjedel. Her.
looks like they've elected to play the freeze.
En lille smule langt, tror jeg. Ej, god fart. 4.
God linje.
Looking at 2 yellows, need to make this freeze.
Yep. Linje.
If it's made though,
Kort. Hold.
yeah, save the end. Nothing extra weight-wise here.
Fortsæt. Videre.
Need to get this at least into the 8-foot circle.
Go, go. Lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere.
Godt fart, Kasper.
Just.
Okay.
Well swept, is completely buried under the corner guard, but a little bit short of the freeze.
They did get it there for second shot.
Fik toeren, ikke?
Fortsæt. Videre. 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 Go. Lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere, lidt mere.
Godt fart, Kasper.
I would sweep hard too if Tobias was yelling at me. He's got some pipes.
Mettre-moi, je pense.
5, 6. Attention, Nan.
Oui.
Bien assez.
Wow. Attention.
5, 6.
Passe, juste vitesse.
Oh, trying to lock the freeze in there themselves. Team Switzerland, this rock curls so much in this spot.
On est déjà dessus, Pete. Hein.
It'll really walk sideways as it slows down. Trying to freeze right on the corner. Perfect shot.
Du har 65. Og så hold den sikkert, ikke? Så det gør ikke noget, vi ruller af.
See enough of it to tap and roll to the center line and
Hellere skyde hårdere.
stay shot rock. Might have a double on the next.
Hvad nu?
Mikael coming back down. Take another look.
Vi skal godt holde farten ude, så kommer ikke af med den der alligevel.
Ja, så skal man spille den, ikke?
Så lige er du frosset oven.
Sådan så han ikke kan rulle tilbage igen.
Så kan han ikke rulle under, nej. Så skal han rulle modsat.
Ja. Så i hvert fald bombe den dårligere end den forreste.
Det kan være, der ligger en
Skal helst
dobbelt
bombe
på
den bagerste
tværs.
ud, ikke?
Hvad for noget?
Det kan være, der ligger en dobbelt på
Ja,
tværs.
præcis. Jeg kan godt lide.
Spil 10.
Ja,
Stå
det
så
kan jeg
meget,
godt
som vi
lide.
kan.
Alternativ rulle af, ikke?
Jo.
Vi ruller nok af med 10, Mads.
Hvad?
Den ruller nok af med 10.
Hvad så?
Mark prøver. Hvis vi ruller af her, så får han svært ved at gemme.
Hvis vi ruller af, siger du?
Ja.
Men du vil helst ramme lige på den, ikke? Så lige på som muligt.
Jo, men
It's
jeg er
not
bare
very
bange
much
for, at vi
ice.
skal prøve at ramme lige på, at vi lige klikker ind i de to andre.
The
og så ligger han
spot.
4 element. Vi vil hellere rulle af.
Okay.
Så har han i hvert fald en, der
You
ligger
can
halvt
imagine
på.
Joe
Okay.
not wanting to rack
So
on the
hvad fart?
guard. That'll open up the
10
red
her,
one to Switzerland to lie 4.
Go!
Ja.
On it right away.
Meget hårdt. Meget hårdt. Tryk til.
This
Længere
looks
end du har
really
stadig.
tight.
Trying to hold it to get by. It does one. Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Casper is having to sweep every single rock end to end.
Ruller du foran den der, ikke?
Well done.
Okay.
Broken a sweat already here in the second end.
Længere end
Every rock, but well swept. Way to go. Got it by. Could not afford to rack that guard.
Du bare skal rulle en lille smule længere.
Der er præcis samme sted, man har så han er fuldstændig perfekt.
Fais-moi un peu moins.
So now
Ça?
tap and try to roll behind the corner again.
Vis! C'est toi? Ouais. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Fort, 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 fort. Oui! Oui! Fort, fort, fort.
Allez, allez, Val.
Pousse, pousse, pousse.
Tanner going hard on this one.
Non.
Trying to make sure they roll. And they do, but do we have a double or just the roll, Kevin?
I don't think there's a double without playing the double raise, and that's too risky. So the exact same throw would do. Get ready, Casper.
Ja, jeg kan godt lide den samme fart.
Jeg tænker, hvis vi laver den samme som før, så får han da heller ikke helt let ved at skyde den ud. Samme som før, ikke?
Jo. Hvis han kan komme lige så tæt på, er det fint. Men
Ja.
det skal ikke chance.
Men vi, nej, så giver vi ham bare de to, det er fint.
He looks ready to go.
He's, warmed up and ready.
10. Ja. Det var okay fart før, ikke?
Exact
Nope.
same broom. So did throw it a little bit wider on this one, so
Here goes Casper again.
a little wider, but a little lighter.
Ah, det er godt.
Very good shooting. Nicely done. So learned from the first one, threw that one just a little bit wider. So very good.
Godt spillet, Mikkel.
Good throw.
Sorry, Mikkel. Fint.
Oh, je suis 9-4 avant.
So tap back here for
Moins vite.
possible two
11. Ouais.
for Switzerland.
Let's go, Benny.
Final stone here in the second end for
Juste 11.
Benoit Schwartz.
Fort, fort, fort.
Très fort, Val. Très fort, très fort.
Juste 11.
Fort, fort, fort. Non.
Oui. Continue. Fort. Continue. Wow, wow. C'est bien.
Looks good.
Super.
Nice weight
Super.
control. Nice shot.
That'll be
Yes,
2
together.
points for Switzerland in the second end. So they take a
Trop bien.
1-point lead.
Schön. Bravo. Hein?
Bien balayé, bien joué. Bien skippé. Juste mais.
Il a passé proche, là.
Nej, men jeg kan godt lide, at vi, altså her, at vi spiller den sikkert, og så bare siger, det er fint, så giver vi ham de to. Ja. I stedet for, at vi gambler, ikke?
Ja, præcis.
Også fordi vi snakker om bare at holde liv i kampen så længe som muligt, ikke?
Præcis. Ja, jeg er helt enig.
C'est l'énergie. C'est le cible, non?
T'aimes bien ça?
Je note pur. Ah, il arrive. Tu peux pas aller s'il veut. Ouais, jouer. Yeah, super. Yeah, you can't play less weight. Otherwise it moves.
I mean,
2,5,
Attends,
ouais.
plus loin que ça.
C'est bien en ligne. C'est bien en ligne, Sven.
Welcome back to
Ok,
the
finir.
third end
Ligne, c'est bon, ça cœur
of this
là-dessus.
matchup between Denmark and Switzerland at the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship.
Allez, Sven Michel.
Très bien. Putain, ça
Switzerland with a score of 2 in the
Ouais.
second end, take 1 point lead, and Denmark will have last zone advantage here in 3.
Jeg lader ikke mærke til noget på den anden her. Det er den anden.
Indlæg.
Both of these players actually throwing second stone on their teams. Calling the game in the house.
12. 8,
Throw this
12.
in the
8.
top 8, might top 4.
8.
Mikkel ind. Mikkel ind lige nu.
8.
Mikkel ind.
God fart. 12.
Mikkel ind. 12 er okay.
Line looks good. Line this in the top rings. Curling a lot. I have to leave it up high.
Flot, Kasper.
Oh, well judged. Good shot. Does leave a little opening now, though, to come around everything.
Ligne, c'est proche.
6,
Attention.
5, 6.
Attention.
6, 7.
Ligne bien.
5, 6, 6.
Ligne, pas presse.
7.
Devant tir.
Attention.
Update here between Canada and Sweden in the second end. Sweden with the last stone
Allez, allez.
here.
Allez, allez, passez-le.
Yes, well, Brendan was trying to, on his last, actually, the rock that Nick's hitting was hoping to have that stop in about top 8, top 12 to make the tap difficult, but ends up leaving a fairly simple hit. This rock is really curling, though. This may hit the wrong one.
Okay.
It does, so that was a uncharacteristic miss. So a very simple shot, but missed. So 2-0 now for Team Canada.
Ja.
God fart.
And over on sheet D, Italy and Scotland. And last stone here for Bruce Mowat.
A really well played in by Team Italy, and Bruce has nothing other than an in off the wall for 2.
Curl.
Needs to hit about half a rock.
Keep going. Keep going. I get off the other one.
Oh. Oh.
Sneaky.
Interesting. Well, all the rocks are made round, but that was not the way they'd anticipated, but he'll take it. 2 points.
Ok, ligne bien. Attends un peu, ligne.
Ligne bien.
Ligne assez bien,
Ligne
ouais.
parfaite.
Va, Sven devant. Attention.
6, 7, 7.
Peu de place.
7,
Non, non,
bien.
ligne très bien.
6.
Ligne bien.
Switzerland
Sven,
trying to
Sven
come
devant.
around everything here.
Ça tire, ouais, 6, 7.
Six,
Hein,
les
marque
gars.
le bouton. Ouais, fini.
Fini. Fini, Val.
Fort.
Allez.
14-5.
Allez, allez.
14-5. Go, 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 go. Fort,
Fini,
fort,
fini,
fort.
fini.
Continue. Encore.
Continue, continue, continue. Go, 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 go. Bien joué.
Not too bad.
Super.
Little deep.
A little deep. Sets up for a freeze. Could even bump it a little, would be great, but a freeze is fine. It's very early in the end. Just lock this on.
Go.
Wow, plads.
God fart. 8.
Wow.
Ej, T-line. Skal have lidt til sidst.
4.
Ej, god fart. T-line nu. Pas selv endnu. Vi er dernede. Vi er helt dernede.
Looks like lots of weight.
Sætter sig nu.
Does not want to bounce. Oh, deciding to go around now.
Den er ikke så lang.
Kom bare, Kasper. Yep.
Looks like they might
God fart,
just
Mads.
make it to the corner, but open enough to give an opportunity to Switzerland.
Ouais, je suis d'accord, c'est bien.
Bien, hack.
Ouais.
Playing to the hack, trying to get to the inside and roll top button. Might force Denmark into a
11,5 arrive comme
raised double and try
ouais.
to clear off the
Je joue
front
à
if this
11,5.
this is made
Pour
really
hack,
well.
ouais. Super.
T'aimes bien cette glace?
Ouais. Je pense que ça va curler de toute façon.
Juste 12. Poil court.
Ouais.
Attention. Oui.
Wow,
Wow.
wow, wow.
Poil
Reste
court.
dessus. Wow.
Wow.
Attention. Non, 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 non. Attention,
C'est
Sven.
proche.
Oui.
Oui.
Oui. Wow.
Looks pretty good, trying to get a little roll. Curling nicely in.
Very nice shot.
Bien joué. Super.
Very nice.
C'est limite, oui.
C'est arrivé à 4.
Probably see some run backs now, I imagine.
Ouais.
Look at this, curl in nice. The key to this one was weight control. Trying to just barely throw to the hack. And look at the finish. Just beautiful. Watch how far the red rock goes. Just nicely through the house. Perfect weight.
Okay.
Did get rid of one, but that is not a good situation now.
Not a good result being lined up like that.
Trying to hold this straight to go across the face of the red, but ends up curling to nose. Uh-oh.
Good situation for Switzerland.
Ça gueule trop, je pense. Deux seuls.
Ok, on est là, je pense.
C'est mieux. Ouais, c'est quand même presque là.
Le plus court possible.
Seul, Pete, seul.
Throwing a long guard here.
Peut-être la friser, peut-être.
Oui.
Bien, Sven.
Ok.
It's a little bit too close. Should be able to get lots of rocks going
Vi
with
kan få åbnet den midte der.
a thick half, a little bit thicker maybe, 2/3 on the yellow and across the top of the red and move those rocks in the rings. That was a bit of a miss on that guard. Wanted it quite a lot longer than that. This is moving, this is close to the nose. Ah, very good. Good shot.
Just catches that
Det er helt okay.
second Swiss stone. Moves it off of the middle.
A little bit unlucky there. It's hard to throw a rock that hard and not and make contact and not have it go out of the rings. Did just hit it a little bit thicker than they wanted though. Close. Much better than it was. Much better.
Yes.
Ça colle beaucoup, ça colle beaucoup.
6, 7,
Attention, Ben.
6.
Je pense que ça colle trop.
Juste 5.
Ça colle un peu trop. Hein.
5.
Oh.
Juste 5, ça colle
On
trop.
est près centerline.
C'est 8 pieds.
Non.
12 pieds.
On est près centerline.
So Switzerland comes around the middle, maybe peeks out a little bit on the center line side.
Yeah, you've got two choices, that hit and roll, or play the hit on the top one and roll behind the corner guard. Two choices. Guard's fairly long. I'm not sure it's of major concern. Just a matter of which one you want to hit. The way everything curls, that in turn with solid board might be able to make the double actually on the yellows. It curls so much.
Tobias Tuna trying to make a good one here for Denmark.
Try to get that little roll inside. This is moving a lot though. Bye.
I think they just rubbed the top one.
That was a tricky way to make that roll. I believe you're right, Jill. I think it did. Let's watch. Watch this. Not that one, but the next one. Oh, just kissed it.
Just redirects it and still gets a little bit of a move under.
Tu veux jouer à quelle vitesse?
17 et 11.
Ok, super.
Good smile out of Peter de Cruz on that one.
Let's go.
Trying the bump, the board weight bump on the yellow. Now, of course, you can see more of the yellow because ticking it out into the open a little bit.
10 et demi. Ouais. 10 et demi. Va vite. Allez, fort. Va vite. Allez, fort.
Wow.
Attention.
Wow.
Roule loin.
Ça roule dehors.
Trying to roll it over behind the, not behind the corner. Just got to hang on, and it just does.
Bien valé, mec.
Nicely done.
J'ai même
That rock is completely underneath the guard. But you can certainly get to it with the right weight, how much everything curls. Back 8 foot weight. You do it with either turn, I think.
4 bag i hånden.
These shots, though, the weight is absolutely key. If you're heavy at all, it'll track in a straight line for a few extra feet and then just not take the curl in time and you breeze right by. So the weight has to be perfect and it'll swoop in at the end.
Lidt ned! God fart! God fart! God fart!
Tobias!
Lidt langt.
Whistle start to move. Yeah, better get on that. Starting to move towards the guard. Oh, this is going to get to the nose easy. As long as it moves it far enough for shot. Stone.
Flot! Godt, Mikkel.
Very nice.
Perfect. Perfect shot. Just the right amount of weight to get maximum curl.
Really good touch there by Mikael Kraus.
On voit pas grand-chose, mais c'est cœur lassé pour faire ça.
9-9.
Tu veux- Hein?
9-9.
Oui.
Ça, c'est sûr.
Ouais, je vois rien. Hein. 11,5 max.
Ouais.
Switzerland do the same thing now,
Moins vite
Kevin,
que
but they
11,5,
would
ça
like to
sent pas.
roll.
Non, il faut 11,5, c'est bien.
Roll a little bit, but the big thing is getting this redstone out of the rings. It's very difficult to do that, though. It's almost totally buried. So, tough shot for Benoit here.
11,5. Puis en vitesse. Ouais. Ouais. 11. Voile vite.
Non, 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 non.
Attention.
Last stone for Benoit.
Forcette.
This
Allez.
is third end.
Pousse. Allez, allez. Plus fort, Sven. Continue. Bien, Mélie.
They get it over just enough to get it out, but his shooter will also spin out.
But that's okay to do that, sitting two. So just want to watch this. So Benoit, on purpose, slides a little bit wide of the broom, and then watch his hand actually squares the handle off, so that it's a soft release, and it'll curl more that way. It's a very experienced throw. It's a different in-turn than he would throw normally, but because of trying to get around that guard, he threw it like that. Terrific throw. Gets the rock out, and now it's a force.
Go!
Last stone here in the third end for Mikael Kraus,
Tobias, god fart! Kast selv lige nu.
looking to score a single.
Kast selv.
This is out there a long ways, though.
T-line.
Needs almost a piece of the forefoot.
Needs to get off that corner guard. Does. Weight looks pretty good.
Godt, Mikkel.
A couple of good shots by the skipper. 1 point.
That'll be tied at 2 after 3 ends of play.
Lidt mere aktiv.
13-8. Ouais.
C'est un petit peu plus fresh.
Ouais.
Reste une avec sweeping. Tire hard. Mettre des... Ouais.
God! 8. T-line.
Welcome back here to Winsport Arena in Calgary
8.
for the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. And number 4 here between Switzerland and Denmark in a tie game. And Switzerland will have the last stone advantage in this end. So we see the Danish stone stop at the top of the button.
2. Bien vitesse. Vas-y.
I like the play by Denmark
That's
moving
parfait.
into the house, knowing that they're playing against a very aggressive
Clean, très bien.
Swiss team. Some teams, you throw it in the house
Peut-être un peu. Non, c'est
because
bien.
it's tie game and Swiss has
Voilà,
hammer,
c'est
you
bien.
might hit it. But no,
Dominating.
not with this team. They'll throw a corner guard, so now it enables Denmark
bien.
to throw in the house and now guard it.
Okay.
God!
Pretty good numbers for, as you mentioned earlier, Kevin, for Casper.
Godt vent lidt.
Yeah, he's really impressed me. I've really enjoyed watching him.
2.
Obviously, you can see full effort every game, but good curling.
Tobias!
Takes a lot of
Tobias!
shots.
Trying to get this over. Tobias trying to make it curl.
Yeah, I think Casper's second one's just a little bit straighter than his first, and it's tricking him a little bit. It's kind of stayed straight, well, a few times this game already. That happens though. Lead tends to get the ones that nobody else wants, as far as stones goes.
Valentin having a great tournament here.
Oui. Oui. Ça sort pas. Tout juste. Ça sort tout juste.
Vraiment fort. Fort pour la toucher. Go, 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 go. Les deux, les deux, les deux. Aïe, 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 aïe.
They get it by
Allez.
and overroll it to be open on the other side.
Okay, ja.
Hvad har du?
As we go next door for an update here between Canada and Sweden. Canada right now 2-0, and last stone here for Nicholas Edin.
Yeah, Brendan Botcher actually, on his first, there was a center guard, and Team Sweden had one around the corner guard. It came around the center perfect. Nick tried to run back, missed it. Brendan splits the house. Nick is forced to make the nose hit, but only for a single. So 2-1 now. Canada has hammer in the fourth.
Okay.
No.
You can stay. Super.
And an overroll there on
10,5.
Denmark.
Ouais, super.
J'aime bien ça.
Groups their stones together. Switzerland will try to play the double or even just the nose. What do you think, Kevin? I'm not sure the double sticks.
10,5.
The double would not stick, so this will be a nose hit.
Nettoie bien.
Oh.
Oui.
And try to be exactly on the nose and make it a tough takeout. Team Denmark.
Super.
Very nice.
10-1.
Je pense 10.
10-1.
10. Ja. 10 nu. Hvad? Jo, 10, sagde han.
Well, Denmark will try to do the same thing. Right on the nose. So we see the numbers for Mads.
Yep.
It's always more worrisome if you don't have last rock playing these shots.
Whoa.
Looks pretty good though. Just slightly across face. Oh, just
Okay.
misjudged a little bit there. They know it. Now it's a hit to lie too. So that's always the scary part when you don't have last rock, you're trying that
Même vitesse,
shot.
très bien. Sorry, man.
A miss and now an opportunity.
La même. Oh, oh,
Tiens,
oh,
ouais,
oh,
plus.
plus large. Oh, oh.
Non, non, c'est assez bien.
83%
Non, non,
tournament
non.
accuracy
Tiens,
for
oui.
Peter
Oui.
Cruz.
Oh.
Ouais,
Oui.
ouais.
Oui.
Très bien.
Nice shot.
Eh oui.
10-1.
Possible to hit and roll behind center or in front of the other yellow stone. The double is too steep. It's not really worth taking on yet. It's a very skinny double, so hit and roll. It's the best defense for now.
Tobias Tuna,
8,5.
76% for the week. Trying to play hit and roll here.
Looks pretty good.
Kør. Ja, okay.
Close.
Nej, desværre.
Need a little bit more curl.
Det er min, Tobias.
Skal I spille?
Okay.
Nothing me?
Good numbers for
This nothing me.
for Sven here.
Whoa. Men.
Fort.
Très fort. Fort, men. Allez,
Rock's hanging out a little bit.
Ça vient.
Needs to curl something, not jam it.
Je pense que ça va.
Mere.
Just to make it curl enough and roll to the wing.
Je pense qu'il a joué un poil plus actif.
That's a nice result.
Rigtig asket op den.
Fort, men. Allez,
See Benoit trying to get it to finish so that they don't hit the back one.
Ja, hvor meget skal vi ramme?
But now with that roll, it's about a half rock double.
Okay.
Maybe a touch thicker than half, but not much. Fairly simple double. On this early though.
Just catches a piece to knock it out.
Den var smal. Jeg slipper den lidt løst, og den køler også lidt på den.
Well swept to make the one go away. At the hog line, I thought it was going to actually go right by it. Just got a piece.
super. Moi, je pense que c'est pas
But now a chance to use the corner guard. A really good opportunity now
Pousse.
for a multiple score.
On l'amène dedans. On est où?
4.
We're working this one already.
Allez, on amène.
Trying to get it to the rings.
Ligne bien. Lâche pas. Go. Continue. Dedans.
Just need a bite. And they just get it there. And a pat on the back for Benoit
15-3. Okay.
as him and Tanner pound that one to get to the rings.
And the problem is, as this is dying, it's curling away from the rings. It almost ran out of surface, but
Der er ikke så meget andet på, vel?
deciding, should we hit the back one, try to stay buried, or do you just straight come around the top 8? A nice curling this much, coming around is so risky, because if you just show a little on either side, it's available. Playing to the back one, I think this is a good call on the first shot. You'd always come around on your last, try to steal.
Do they want to roll under a little bit here, Kevin?
A little, if get a little bit of a roll. Sure, that guard's hardly in play with all the room.
Go! Lidt ned!
Rent.
Yep.
The numbers there for Mikael.
Fort.
Actually playing 96 in this game right now.
There's no need to really come anywhere near that that guard to make that shot. Just being a little bit surprised by the amount of curl.
Bien joué à l'enlever. Même moitié caché, c'est mieux.
Sven, il y aura des jams.
Ah ouais, je reste ici. Moitié caché là.
Chance here for
Même
Switzerland
étonné,
to
c'est pas mal, mais ouais, il peut rouler, mais.
Ouais, il faut. On n'a pas le choix.
draw
Moi, j'ai
behind and
l'impression
sit
si lui
3.
vient là, ça va nous faire
Absolutely.
chier.
On n'a pas le choix.
Ouais. Moitié caché, c'est bien.
I don't think they want to bury this though.
Exactement
Bury
ça.
maybe
Une fois, on
a
peut
couple of
dire,
inches of it. That way, if
aussi,
Team
ouais,
Denmark does come around everything, you have a bit of a run back.
Exactement là.
So right there, yes, not fully buried.
Parfait, ça, je pense.
And definitely way high up in the house. Even if this goes into the 8-foot buried, you may see Team Denmark freeze to it and just say, okay, take your 2.
78% for the
Ligne,
week
ok.
for
Ça va être proche.
Benoit
Attention.
Schwartz.
4-5. Ça curle un peu trop.
4-5.
Devant-y.
Ouais,
Easy,
c'est
4
gentil, c'est gentil, t'inquiète
Also
pas.
having a
Balle devant.
very good game here tonight at 92% so far. With that miss by Mikael Kraus, his numbers have obviously dropped.
Laisse-le ouvert, ce sera mieux.
Je crois pas que c'est.
So coming in,
super. Ja.
get a bite of the forefoot, and
Très bien.
maybe looks a little more buried than they wanted. A little deeper than they wanted to, Kevin?
Definitely a little deeper. It does give the freeze. This is what I suspected would happen if you bury in the top 8. Just lock the freeze or even come anywhere close and it'll be a draw for 2. Need to make it though. Otherwise it'll be a whole bunch. 4s on the table.
Vi skal have ydersden er lang, så skal den forbi.
Ja.
Last stone for Denmark
12!
here in the fourth.
12!
God retning.
12!
Needing
Skal lidt!
the freeze.
Vi er lidt nede! 12! God fart, vi er nede på den. Vi er nede på den.
The line looks pretty good. If the weight's good, it's definitely not
Vi er
short.
helst ikke. Vi er helst ikke. Den er dernede.
Very
Den er
nice
dernede.
shot.
Flot.
Very good, and that will force Switzerland to draw to the forefoot for 2 points.
Godt, Kasper.
14-8, ouais. C'est une ligne rapide. Hein. Qui 14-8?
Happy to have made that shot, but not happy to give up 2, it looks like.
Nice shot.
Well, no, but that's a pretty good result.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse.
Because even when Mikael goes to throw his first, he's throwing into the back 12. Even if you make that, Benoit's going to hit it, you hit it, still a deuce.
Ligne parfaite.
So
Ouais, je pense que
they were sort of cornered early
Merci,
in
les
this
gars.
end.
Last stone here in the fourth.
Benoit's got to make this one, though. Had to go wide.
Yeah, and these sweepers, Valentin already had to pound one here this end.
bien validé.
Good weight, though. Right into the 4-foot circle.
And that'll be 2 points for Switzerland, and they will take a 4-1 lead after 4. Denmark will have last stone in 5.
C'est tellement large.
Mais j'étais assez actif. hein.
Ouais,
I don't know. It's like
plus que la première, c'est clair. Ouais. Mais je l'ai réglé.
Bare godt igen.
Jamen, selvom vi kun, hvis vi får en. Altså,
Så er det jo fint.
Ja, lige præcis. 3-4. Man skal bare lige have den der 2 år.
C'est 2,5, ça va, Sven. Hein?
Poil court.
Ok.
Regarde.
C'est 2, ça va aussi. Et là. Plutôt Ben. Ben, pour être center line. Ya. Vite, continue, mord le center. Allez. Bien, mais. C'est bien.
Welcome back here between Switzerland and Denmark. We have in our feature matchup Switzerland with a score of 2 last end and a 4-2 lead. And here we are getting the 5th underway. Denmark will have last stone advantage.
Christian! Christian lige nu. Yep. Helst ikke. Helst ikke. Ja, dig selv. Yep. God fart. Hårdt linje. Hvad fanden sker der?
Oh, and they just rub the guard. Casper a little confused, it seems, about what happened there.
No.
Yeah, I think that one just sort of took off a little more than expected. All of a sudden, sort of just went.
10.
Wow.
9,5, 10.
Wow.
Parle vite.
Devant. Ouais. Sven.
Trying to get a little roll here.
Okay.
That's a good result.
Now.
Just want to make sure the shooter sticks
Ja,
around.
9. Så godt.
Ja.
Eller væk fra midten, hva'? Jeg vil hellere ramme lige på. Så. Ja, det kan jeg også godt lide, men jeg kan ikke lide bagved.
Ja, men bare lige på. Ja, bare lige på.
Hit and roll. Wouldn't be wrong to loop a draw around into the 8-foot, 4-foot circle.
Go! Wow. Wow, det er Tobias.
He's just trying to make this curl here. Just catch it enough, but roll out.
Out un peu plus large. Ouais. Plus large, c'est sûr. C'est un tout petit peu plus long, mais pas excellent.
An update here over on sheet D. Scotland leading 3-0, but Italy has the hammer here in 4. Kevin?
Yeah, it's certainly not looking good, though. Coming off the sideboards. Not a lot different than Scotland did last time, trying to come off the side.
5, 6.
Un tout petit peu. Allez, c'est assez
And
là.
into the middle.
On sera pas caché.
Oh, went around the horn. Scotland got one. Good try, though. I was really very close to hitting the pocket.
Non, c'est possible.
Now a 4-0 lead for Scotland.
Ok, Pete. Okay, un peu.
Denmark
C'était totalement frais, là. Un peu
trying to play and hit and roll here again. Trying to get something going here in the 5th end.
Those rocks are really up high in the house.
Yep.
Yeah, at some point, you do need to draw.
Go far.
Loop one in there and put some pressure on. Right now, by hitting, you're not really putting a lot of pressure on Team Switzerland.
Det er okay.
Very good. Run back. Because the rocks are so high up in the house, it's not a very long run back. I would be really surprised if Switzerland can't get a piece of the rock in the house.
Oui. Oui.
Trying to get it straight back here.
Yeah, good throw.
And they will. It'll just squirt out to the open a little bit.
Super, Pete.
And Denmark is still going to hit. Kevin, at what point do you think this is second stone?
It's the second's last one, and certainly a good opportunity to come around. It's a tough shot to try to hit and roll onto the rings. It's not a very aggressive shot.
Lidt langt. 10. 10.
Kan Tobias? Yep.
And just wide, and
Lidt hurtigt, Mads.
we'll miss that entirely. So we'll see Switzerland now have a chance to
Jeg har bare prøvet en dobbeltpil.
come around and right into the top 4.
It's just to me, Jill, that at some point you have to start drawing if you're going to catch up. You're down 2. A couple of guards. Well, the one in the top 12 acts as a guard on ice curling this much. Loop it around the top 4. And, make Team Switzerland make some tough ones. But now Team Switzerland gets to do it to you, coming around to the 4-foot circle. This will finish nicely. Good shot.
Une grosse différence la ligne quand même là. Je trouve que c'est violent.
Tobias trying to get some things moving here. And he will just move it out of the way as we Take a live look at Canada. Sweden, Canada leading 2-1. Kevin.
This is a half rock double for 3. Needs to curl some. No, it's close. Half rock.
Attaboy.
Ended up losing the one.
Good shot.
Hang on. This is still spinning. Does stay for 2. Great shot by Brendan Botcher.
I was wrong.
Canada will take a 4-1 lead after 4.
Brendan thought that if he hit it exactly where he did, the red would stay off that yellow, but it didn't quite. Still a very nice shot, though. 2 points.
Ok.
Oh, pas trop.
C'est bien, là, c'est bien.
Ça colle
So
trop.
we bring you back to our game, and
Je sais pas qu'il puisse
Un peu moins actif, je trouve.
Switzerland trying to come around again, but it over curls.
Ça colle trop, chaque.
Comes out the other side.
Third's last one.
Jeg er ikke sikker på, at vi kommer til at lægge bedre end den.
What do you like here, Kevin?
Well, I like to come around
Måske meget godt, ja.
to the side of the button. But hitting and rolling behind the corner isn't wrong. That red rock is not in the house. It's just short, so hit and roll behind the corner. You probably see Switzerland coming
Jamen, den var også meget hurtig.
around the center as long as the red stone's not shot.
Fin fart. Rent. Yep. Wow. Tæt. Tæt. Yes. Wow. Maybe.
Trying to get to the nose, actually.
Okay. Nice.
Good shot. About as good as you could do.
Juste rouler une.
11, ouais.
Ouais.
Ouais, c'est très mieux.
So Switzerland will try to follow them down. Do they want to roll here, Kevin, or?
I would say with the guard being that long, you'd want to roll into the open. And even if the double's made, that's okay because the rock will be in the open and carry on. But Benoit wants to hit and roll this a little bit, just so it's in the open.
bien.
And you can always run it back to come around his
Vitesse,
mate.
Oui. Fort. Ouais.
Non.
Attention. Attention. Ouais. Wow.
Just roll it a little bit.
Merci.
Very nice.
Très bien.
Très vite, ça. Très vite, je pense.
Probably have a go at the
c'est parfait,
double, I
18.
would assume.
Ja.
J'essaie de doubler le tir.
Hitting and rolling behind the center would be a really nice shot, but with the guard that long, I think that even if you're buried, there's enough room for Team Switzerland to get it.
Denmark first to gift stone here, trying to make a double. Little shove at the end, coming down fast here. And he will just catch it, but also lose his shooter.
Close. Pretty good throw. But now a free chance at the come around.
Ærgerligt, den ikke bliver derude.
Just had to curl up
Det er svært et stykke vej derinde.
a little bit more to be able to hold that shooter over there. And now in this case, Switzerland will be able to go right to the side of the button because although the tap is there, it won't be a blank.
But it will have to be dead buried the way the ice is curling. Right, Kevin?
Juste la ligne, je pense. On est
Yeah, we'll have to try to get it buried, but anywhere is fine. Side of button is perfect, of course, but
Je pense à cœur lacé. Ouais.
C'est T-line.
Cœur un poil trop.
T-line.
It's up.
Line looks good.
Parfait.
6.
Garnish.
On peut voler, je pensais que ça.
Garnish. Ouais. Oh.
Super.
That's exactly behind the guard.
Bien joué.
There's nothing showing on either side.
Gå lidt længere.
So they will indicate the simple, maybe not always simple, but an open draw, somewhat to the button.
Yeah, this is not simple with the amount of curl on the ice right now. Has to get well out to the broom so it doesn't end up bumping into the yellow in the forefoot.
Kun 4, nej. Så jeg husker. Ja, det kan jeg se. Jeg kan ikke finde ud af, hvor skærmen er. Fra 20.
Ja.
Last stone here in the fifth end for Denmark, and Mikael Kraus trying to
Kassan lige nu. Ring, Kasper.
get full forefoot for a single.
God fart! Kasper. Tæt til sidst. Yep.
Starting to move.
Really starting to move.
That was the worry, certainly. Is that line. I was worried about that early. Yeah, that's over curling.
That'll be a steal of one for Switzerland, who now takes a 5-2 lead after 5 ends, and we head to the fifth end break.
Jeg sætter oven i købet.
Avec Benoît parce que là on a toujours trop carrelé avec mon fils.
Merci.
J'étais pas plus large avec le deuxième.
Si, moi je trouve.
Mais
So some highlights here for you in the second end.
Yeah, after a couple of really good shots by the Danish skip, making Benoit Schwartz come around and make a really nice tap for 2, but no problem.
yes.
So that it's a deuce for the Swiss to go up 2-1 at the time.
And then the third end, Denmark here with last stone facing 2.
Yeah, needing to, first of all, get through the port. And this was on that red guard a long time, but did finish. And a very nice weight right to the button for a single point. That tied the game at 2.
The fourth end, it was building up. It could have been a big end.
Another nice shot by the Danish skip to freeze, to shot rock to get rid of the other 2 Swiss stones. Left Benoit with just an in-turn draw to the forefoot. No problem for 2 points. It was a 2-point lead at that point.
Now a 3-point lead after 5. And here's an update on the rest of our games in session 18. Canada with a 4-1 lead at the fifth end break over Sweden. And our feature game on sheet B, sheet C, Germany up 1 over Korea, and Scotland with a 4-0 lead over Italy.
Fordi det er som om, når jeg så skal spille garden, den kommer aldrig rigtig og derover ligesom med indlægget.
2 gange på stregen. Jeg er ikke flyttet op på tandsten.
Det er måske det samme. Det giver dig på takeouten. Kører meget lige.
Og I havde ikke overvejet, I havde ikke overvejet den her prøve at gå rundt. Nu vil han så ignorere de 2 ud siden. For din første.
Ja, jeg skulle også have haft lidt mere.
Kunne jeg godt lide at prøve, ligesom.
Möglich, ja.
Now I played, what did I play now? 2-6 I played, huh? 1-8, yeah.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, and even if you have a break,
I mean, we could always.
The percentages here for the 2 teams in our feature game, and you can see pretty significant edge that the Swiss team has, Kevin.
Yeah, anytime it's that high, 20% difference, you can look at the scoreboard, and that's the reason.
Go!
Good pass.
Allez, allez, passez-les. Go, go, go.
Yeah!
Comme ça, c'est nature. Et à vitesse, 5.
Exactement, full 8, c'est bien. Ligne gouette. Ligne parfaite. 14-6.
Welcome back here to the Winsport Arena in Calgary for the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. Our feature game here between Switzerland and Denmark. Into the 6th end, and Switzerland up 5-2. And Denmark will have the last stone advantage here. A little lower numbers for Kasper than he's had throughout the week.
Yeah, a couple of his rocks haven't curled enough. And that's been sort of what's going on with, and it's always his second one. So hopefully they've got that figured out going into the second half to just ice a little less on his second rock.
Ligne bien, man.
C'est assez proche, très proche.
OK.
Très proche.
Attends
un peu, peut-être. C'est très, très proche.
Ligne parfaite. C'est 4, ça va, hein?
Non, non, c'est bien.
Attends, Benoît, attends,
Ok.
attends.
Je peux la finir.
So just throwing a guard.
Dedans. Ça a l'air 4, hein?
Je pense à mort.
Full dedans, full dedans. Full 4.
Drawing the right line.
Full toi, ça va aussi. Full. Super, c'est très bien ça. Merde.
Slips into the house, but that's fine.
15.
The line's the important thing. They're lined right up down the middle. So that's good.
Je trouve qu'elle curle un peu comme l'autre, là. Non, ouais.
Can go around, hit and roll, or even throw a second guard. 5 rock rule. All good options.
Being down 3, Kevin, would you suggest another guard?
I would, being that it's an even end. If it was in 7, maybe go around the corner. But being in 6, even ends, good time to get 3 to get back into this game. It's pretty inviting to throw one more.
Tu prendras un 5.
We saw a couple of opportunities last end for Denmark to maybe draw to try to generate some points. So we're kind of seeing that style here again where they're not throwing, taking the more aggressive approach and throwing another guard.
Tend to shy away from the aggressive option. Yes. Yeah, trying to hit and stay in the rings somewhere. This one. That's just fine. With that rock being way over the edge of the 12, though, that'll open up a come around the corner. Yep.
Just a reset here for Mads, feeling like maybe there was something under the stone. Cleaning it again, just to make sure. And pretty low numbers for Mads here tonight.
Yeah, needs to make a good one here to set up for a possible 2-ender. This has plenty of weight on it.
Bag 12. Klar, Tobias. Bag 8. Helst ikke. Jeg vil helst ikke røre den lige nu.
A ton of room.
Så langt ned som muligt, var. Nu. Helst bedre end den der.
Sliding to the back and
I think it does hang on for second shot.
On a 2 shots peut-être.
Tu la vois derrière?
On a. Non, mais je pense que cœur lacé pour l'enlever avec le out à la limite, mais.
OK. Faut sortir avec, sinon c'est nul. Hein.
I think it may not be buried.
Je sais
You
pas
can
si c'est
see some of it.
nécessaire, mais.
Oui.
Moi j'aime bien ça, ça me va.
10.
Je vois
Came
un
out the open
5e.
side.
Moi,
Well,
je
must be
préfère
pretty
tirer.
buried.
OK, super alors. Très bien. Ouais.
Yeah, just peel the guard. That's a pretty. Can't see much of it either way. It's probably possible to make it with the in turn or the out turn, but you're 3 up.
yeah, there's no need to take that risk, hey?
No, you could always just re-tick the guard and then they come around again, and now 3's on the table. So just peel. Keep the shot simple for your team. And that usually makes the other team make tougher shots.
C'est bien.
Peter will clear that no problem, and
Lige på, ikke katastrofe heller. Nej. 10.
Denmark playing just a nose, Kevin, or did he indicate a roll?
Nose is pretty good because it'd be a very difficult double. If this is on the nose, could roll though away from the other red stone. That would be just fine. Definitely do not want to roll towards the other red stone. Make the double easier.
Trying to make this curl and did just what you said, Kevin.
So now that does make a double possible and stick around in the rings.
Pretty good game for Sven.
Very consistent all week so far, these championships.
Trying to make the double here, and he'll stuff it and roll, and will leave Denmark as second shot.
That was a pretty good opportunity to get out of trouble.
A little lower numbers for Tobias Tuna here as well.
Lidt kort. Den er blød. Hårdt.
Trying to hold the line here.
Looks pretty good. Sweepers are on off. Yeah, really well judged. Good shot.
Godt spillet. Godt set. Synes du, den var kort?
Being pretty late in this end. 2 points is still set up.
Masses var lang.
Switzerland playing a hit, trying to roll to the middle. Trying to make this curl, get it to come up. And it'll just come up to the nose. So we head over to next door to Sheet A, Canada and Sweden. Canada up 3, and Nicholas Sedin in the half to throw the last here. Kevin.
Yes, a really good freeze made by Brendan Botcher on his first. Now Nick trying to play a very thin hit on the yellow in the house. Doesn't make it. And it looks like a steal of, well, I'd like to, it looks like a steal of 1 for sure. It's pretty close for the second point. Looks like they may measure it.
That will be 1 for sure for Canada. And
Canada has removed it, so it's just a steal of 1.
And now over to Germany and Korea. Jong Young-suk here with last stone.
Clean, clean. Clean, yep. Clean, yep. Whoa, whoa, 정민이 형. 괜찮아, 저. Whoa.
Looks like a hit on the nose for 2. I think the side red is better than the front yellow, and it was. So 4-3 now for Team Korea.
And we'll just confirm for you that it was a single for Canada, and they take a 5-1 lead at the 5th end break in that game. Denmark still trying to hold on to their 2 points this end, drawing to the open side.
Midt i 12-fodet.
Ja. Vil ikke hellere give den lidt mere, eller hvad? Jeg tror, den
giv
kommer
lidt mere
meget.
is, Mads.
Vi er også enige om, den skal ligge højt, ikke? Så han kun har dobbelt den udefra.
Ja, altså så vi kom helt ud, hvor den dobbelt er virkelig tynd.
So you see update here on all our sheets. Canada, like I said, with the single, take a 5-1 lead against Sweden in our feature game on Sheet B. Korea up 1, and Scotland with a 4-1 lead over Italy.
Yeah, it's a good bounce back game for Team Canada, being after their loss to RCF in the last game, and now to come back against the 2-time back-to-back reigning champ, 4-time total and up 5-1 at the half. That's a good bounce back game for Team Canada.
Hvad siger du?
Tu veux faire Paris 9?
L'extérieur, c'est quand même très
Good
très
placement for that second
Le
stone.
slash, c'est genre un tiers.
Je pense exactement le même angle.
C'est pas trop de risque.
Petit tiers.
Bon, le I9,
like-
tu prends un tiers, tu finis là, je pense.
There's two ways to make this double.
Un tiers.
Alors,
Either
l'extérieur,
C'est comme tu veux. Moi, je suis chaud avec les
thin,
deux.
indirect,
ça m'est complètement égal.
to
C'est
get rid of
exactement le
both,
même angle, je
or
crois.
Un quart comme ça, bim bim.
peel it.
Ok.
Super.
Je pense
On
que
the
c'est un gros
outside,
quart, hein.
they're playing the inside way, so it's about a
Ouais.
third of a rock double. I would imagine playing the in turn, I would think.
Ouais, non, j'ai un in-off.
Bon, c'est difficile de prendre trop
C'est exactement le
fin.
même angle, je crois. Ouais, je crois.
Ça?
Ouais.
Let's go.
Is this just a preference on turn at this point? Or is there a reason that you think the in?
Well, the amount of spin coming off the rock out turn would probably be a little tougher to make than wise throwing the in turn. It's the easier turn to make this shot, but there's no easy way to make this
Right.
shot.
And he will hit it a little thick and go over the top, and it'll leave an open draw for two here for Denmark.
Yeah, well earned 2 points. There's only really one opportunity for Team Switzerland to get out of it, and that's what Sven, and he ended up jamming it. So that was really only the opportunity to get out of it.
Skal vi lige snakke Kasper lidt? Hvis du bare spiller 20, så...
Havde du 20 før?
25 havde jeg. Så skal jeg bare pusse lidt. Ja.
Last stone here in the sixth, and a
Virker meget god.
open draw
Jeg har-
from
jeg har
Mikael
10.
Kraus.
Wow.
So see the
Har det holdt?
time clock timing this draw between the hog lines. Get a sense for the speed of the ice.
Somewhere around 14 would be about right. That's lots of weight.
Yeah, this looks a little heavy.
Coming.
That's just fine.
Yeah, sometimes not having a broom on it, and it'll slow down enough to score two, and
Det var sindssygt, det der.
that'll be a
Nå, den var lidt tight. Okay.
5-4 still lead for Switzerland after six.
Ja, okay.
Jeg tænkte lidt mere frisk spor, der blev kørt flere i.
Jeg skulle til at sige, det synes jeg var vildt, at den kørte så meget.
Ja, men det de andre også lidt har gjort.
Jeg tænkte bare, det var bedre sådan at give den et spor, hvor der er kørt en sten.
Jeg havde 15 på den der.
Ja, jeg kan godt mærke, hvad det var der.
Go! 2! Bare kør lidt. 2!
Fin retning.
3! 2!
God retning.
Gå lidt. 3! 3!
Fin retning her.
2, 3!
Welcome back here to the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship being held here in the bubble in Calgary, Canada. 5-4, Switzerland leads by 1, playing the seventh end here, and Denmark will, Switzerland will have the hammer.
C'est nature, je pense. 6.
First rock thrown out front, and of course now Valentini coming around, trying to hit into the, bite the top four. You don't want this one too high because Team Denmark, it's going to be all about trying to force or steal a point this end. So in the top four, it's perfect. Very nice. Top button.
Ja.
Now trying to get to the inside of this freeze.
So this is the rock you, unless something has switched between ends, this is the rock you've mentioned a couple of times for Casper, Kevin, that's maybe run a little bit straight for him.
Early in the game, he was having trouble with it not curling enough, but I'm not sure if this is still the same rock.
Right, that's my point too, unless something changed.
Well, this is not moving much though. Look at this. Ends up freezing to the outside. So it is just a little bit straight, that particular stone. Because that was perfect weight. That should have just barreled right in there. Just didn't.
Ouais,
5, 6.
C'est nature, je pense.
Parfait.
Je pense que c'est un peu plus qu'avant.
OK,
Bounce. T-line.
Non.
Vitesse très proche.
Un poil trop vite.
Non.
T-line.
Oh, rien.
Presque
Si
8.
c'est un peu devant la jaune, ça va.
C'est T-line. Ça bounce à la jaune.
Nut. Vraiment rien faire.
T-line's a little bit deep, trying to corner freeze
It's possible.
on the red.
Très bien.
Very nice.
14, 4.
Det er okay at bumpe den lidt.
It'd be nice to bump that yellow off of the corner of the red in a perfect world. Only need to bump it just a little bit, a couple of inches is all, but just, and then the back yellow shot rock is vulnerable. Right now, it's not very vulnerable with that yellow being frozen on the corner.
God! Get ham ned! 8! Get ham ned! Lille bump! Lille bump! Helst ikke.
Calling it's a little heavy.
Get ham ned! Top 4.
Waiting for it to come over here.
Yeah, this is
Hard!
bump it a couple inches. Very nice. Now that opens up that yellow to a double. Really good shot. And see how much that curled at the end? Where and Casper's didn't. And that's where you just can, and that's just the differences in the stones. And that's fine. It's completely normal. But it's important that the team realize it.
So that they can make the adjustment.
Yeah, so the skip can adjust the broom accordingly.
Frisé par ce côté.
Ça avec backline. Si on fait un tout petit bounce, c'est bien ou pas?
Bah, ce qui est important, c'est d'être 3/4 sur celle-là, je pense.
OK, ça marche. Très bien. Je joue là, alors.
Si t'es à l'extérieur, il y a tout qui part, évidemment.
OK.
Mais la...
C'est bien. Freeze. Ouais. Avec le in.
Ça?
They were talking about maybe blasting the red guard across the top of the other red. I didn't mind that option. I'm just not sure you'd get either of the reds out that are in the house. They're frozen in there so nice. Right now,
Juste à vous, vitesse.
Team Denmark winning the battle of the angles.
4-5. Si on va. 4-5. Ligne très bien.
Peter looks a little concerned.
Ouais.
Maybe not wanting the sweepers to sweep. Just waiting for this to
Non.
Start to take it to curl.
Ouais, surtout pas. Non,
Un peu là. Voilà.
C'est pas le bon.
Non.
OK, ça se joue.
Bien.
It's fine. Now you could run the red guard onto the yellow that was just thrown, and all reds would stay in the house. You wouldn't even have to throw it very hard. There would only be one lonely yellow in the middle of the house and 3 reds.
Matt's going to come down and take a look here. Just check out these angles. Sometimes players like to come down and take a look.
Lige midt i hovedet på den, ikke? Ryk den væk. Så bliver den siddende der. Den der kommer aldrig ud. Altså, de vil nok begynde at smide bomber på den, ikke? Så skal man lægge den der. Så har vi alle de gode vinkler. Kan du lide det?
I don't mind that. Freeze right to the face of the yellow, and then any impact at all would get rid of both yellows in the forefoot.
Ja, det er i hvert fald den side, det skal foregå på.
Eller hvad?
Ligger vi toer?
Ja.
Gør vi det?
Den er toer lige nu.
Jeg tænker bare, hvis vi fryser...
Og den kommer ikke ud, uden den forsvinder.
Så ligegyldigt hvad han skubber til, så det er han, der bliver rykket væk.
Lige nu har han et svært skud til 2, ikke? Det er med et svært drag.
Men det er derfor, hvis vi lukker det helt ned.
Ja, hvis du lukker af nu, så begynder han at skyde. Det er jo fint. Er det ikke fint at lade ham skyde?
Men jeg tænker bare, hvis han skyder på den der, han må ikke have hul til Så vi har snakket om den der.
Ja, jeg kan også, altså det er jo den der, han har at skyde på, ikke? Til 2.
Vi tager,
Den der,
kan vi ikke tage den? Kan vi ikke tage en timeout?
Det kan vi godt.
Jo, det
Vi
kan vi
snakker i 100 år om det.
Jo.
And so after all that discussion, they will call a timeout to discuss this a little more with their coach.
Samtidig skal man åbne den op, ikke?
Kenneth Hartstall will make his way down.
efter at åbne op, tror jeg. Men det er vel heller ikke så galt, hvis vi beskytter det
Så
der
spørgsmålet er, om det er den der, han går efter, eller om det er den der.
Jeg kunne nemlig godt se ham skyde den der.
Ja, den her.
Ja.
Men,
Og få
ligger vi
den
toer?
af, og den af.
ja, vi ligger 2'er.
Men hvis vi lægger garden, så plukker han begge garder væk, ikke?
Og så
kan vi
måske
jo
er
gå
det
ind.
heller ikke katastrofe.
Nej, så kan vi gå ind og plukke det
Fordi
der bagefter.
hvis han bliver fjernet begge garner, så kører der et eller andet hernede imod. Ja. Det kan lige så godt gøre sådan der.
Og som fjerner de to, har du også det her på.
Ja, fordi
Eller
garden
sådan
ellers,
der.
fordi hvis han laver garden, så går han ned og tager den der nu, ikke?
Den her.
Ja.
Altså, jeg vil lukke af herover, fordi det er den, han har
Altså,
til
det
2.
er fedest,
den der
hvis vi
er
kan holde, hvis vi kan holde den nede på en, vil det være det allerbedste, ikke?
Jo.
Og hvad er der tilbage? 3 sten? Hvad sker der, hvis vi smider garden
Der er
herover?
4, der er 5. Der er 5 sten endnu.
Hvad sker der, hvis vi smider garden herover først?
Garden herover.
Hvad sker der?
Mit bud er, at han skyder den her.
Der.
Ja, så er der også åbnet op, ikke? Så fjerner han jo 2 af sin egne, ikke?
Så fjerner han den og den og rykker den der derover.
Yes. Og så kan I tage den bagefter og ligge med 2.
Men kan du ikke lide garden her?
Nej, så går han ned og tager den der og ligger.
Så tager han den
Ja,
der.
hvad så? Det ruller åben, gør det
Han
ikke det?
spiller den der, ikke? Bum, dernede til.
Ja.
Og hvis den trykker lidt her, så har vi da noget at skyde på her, hva'?
Jo,
Altså,
hvis,
enten-
den ikke hvis han går lige på, så har
Det er jo
vi
et
ikke noget
svært
at
skud,
på.
tænker jeg bare.
det
For
ikke
ham.
fuldt?
Ikke heroverfra.
Jeg tror, jeg vil lægge garden. Eller
Du kan ikke lide den?
Ja, den kan jeg også godt lide.
Good. Heller kort, Mads. Her er okay. Og helst ikke bum.
Okay, after all the discussion, the freeze to the yellow, right to the face. I like it. Freeze right on the face, and that puts Switzerland in a lot of trouble. Potential trouble.
Den er kort.
God retning.
Kort. 3.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
I'm trying to hold
Three,
this
yep.
straight already.
Wow.
3.
This is really moving.
2. 3.
This is all over the guard.
Sit. Yep. Yep.
A little
Ja,
light
ned.
as well,
Ja, ned.
and
Wow. Wow.
they will over curl it, trying to line it up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity, but not very close.
No, and it's, you know, especially after all that discussion and trying to make a good choice, and
I think they made a good choice,
yes,
but didn't.
but didn't execute. The execution still has to be there. So we'll see. Switzerland. They're just throwing a guard, Kevin.
They're freezing right to the
They
face.
are freezing.
Same shot. Yep.
Looked like a lot of ice, but I know it's curling.
Kéline, très bien.
Non, c'est bien.
Sven devant.
C'est bien, mais...
Attention,
Il y a de la
Sven.
Ligne bien.
5. Ligne, oui.
Ligne parfaite.
Well, this is moving a lot early too. They're gonna have to go hard to get this past the guard.
This spot is really, really.
Allez, poil court.
That's over 15, so that'll be light.
Non, non, bounce, 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 bounce.
Ça bounce pas bon.
Is there room for that red to go right straight through the hole to the yellow? We're having a good look at it. I don't think so.
Han catcher den der hver gang.
I don't think it's quite there.
Ikke lige det her, Mads.
Yeah, I think that's what would happen. It would go tick tick. And maybe that's not the worst thing in the world to go tick tick. Right now, there's no way into shot rock, so you've got to do something.
Mads, kan I lige garden?
Jeg snart brugt 6 minutter på den anden her.
Yeah, would you actually play it like that, Kevin? Just like to play the peel and clip
Det er måske ikke, så spiller vi den
the yellow one, just to open things up?
With Peel, I think so.
So take a look over at Canada and Sweden. Canada with a 5-1 lead here in the sixth end, and
Hvad spiller vi garden for?
Nicholas Sedin with last stone.
Yeah, this end was set up by Oscar Eriksson. On his last, he made a double and rolled behind the corner guard. Brennan Botcher tried the run back. Missed it. And the sweepers have dropped off on this. What's going on? That rolls out. Another unforced error by Nicholas Edin. This is quite the evening. Nick has missed more shots in this game than he'd miss in a lot of games generally. Anyway, it's 5-2 over there, and Team Canada has hammer.
Vi har også 14 tilbage til 3. Ja, det er rigtig tid.
Looks like they're coming around, maybe tapping all this bunch in a row, Kevin.
Well, they are lined up nice for Team Denmark, no question. So just bump the yellow. I believe yellow will be shot rock when all the rocks stop, though.
Den er lang. Kan. Yep. Kan. Sæt. Yep. Yep. Hold!
This will move.
Kasper Vixen on the sweep here, trying to hold the line.
It is by.
And they just get it by. And
I believe it yellow, well, hard to say. It's really, really close. The top two definitely bumped it far enough so the back yellow is not shot or second shot.
Kasper has gotten a lot of these by tonight, and he gets another one by this guard. Just.
Det er fint.
Godt far, Kasper. Okay. Mais on doit être... Parce que vous le voyez, bon, ça marche. Hein? Je pense qu'il est shot, mais je suis pas sûr.
That's very close, having lots of looks.
Je crois que lui, il est juste shot, mais... Okay. Mais si on fait comme ça, on va passer dans le trou. Hein. Ouais, c'est possible. Ça, c'est pas très bien. C'est pas idéal. Non. Ou juste ça. Peut-être même si tu prends fin, ça... Bon, ça on veut pas amener la jaune. Hein. Ça, on veut rester le plus en plein possible. Je pense que les mieux, c'est ça, mais c'est tellement dur, ça. Ou sinon, c'est juste... Si ça curle pas, tu pousses ça un petit peu. Ouais, je pense que c'est peut-être le meilleur. Tu pousses ça un tout petit peu. Ouais. Si ça peut venir ici, là, il a rien. Ça, c'est... Après, on peut taper nous. Ouais, hein? C'est exact. Okay.
Saying if you can bump that to the top button, the reds are at the wrong angle.
Si on fait ça, ça marche aussi. Hein.
Which is absolutely true.
Something looks a little scary to Peter.
Looks to me like red is shot. It just seems to my eye, but it's very close.
So just a double tap here.
Try to tap the guard onto the rock in the top four and move it any, and it'll be shot rock. Trying to bump it to the top button in a perfect world. Line's pretty good. Trying to get just off the nose.
Oh, rubs a couple of those ones in the top, and
now that yellow is out of the red's way. Now it looks like that. Don't want to impact that red one that's biting the top four, or else all of a sudden you might knock some of the reds out.
Can they get all three moving, Kevin?
I don't think that one's going to, it's just going to jam on the back, but it's behind the button. So hitting the top red, the very highest red right on the nose, will certainly move some granite around. Peel right on the nose. I'm just scared that the yellow on the center line in the middle 8 foot is going to impact the red rock biting the top 4 foot first. And that could be bad for Team Denmark.
So coming down again here. to just
Altså, jeg vil gætte på,
discuss,
at den der
take
bliver
a second
kigget
look.
sådan der.
Ja, okay, men så skal vi også spille hårdere selvfølgelig.
Er det ikke den her, vi er bange for, han kan lave?
Jo, det er derfor, vi spiller den her, så han ikke har den der.
Og hvis vi bare lægger den her, hvad vil han så gøre? Rød er vi jo ikke bange for. Det er et skud til en, han har der. Hvis vi lægger den her,
Det er jo fint,
hvordan
så
skal
først
han
man
få
giver
to?
en, jo.
Would you ever just draw, Kevin,
Det er en læg.
at this point?
Could.
Bomberen den der først, og så har han
If you draw in there, any impact on that top yellow and your
Altså,
red's gone.
jeg synes bare, jeg er mest bange for det her. Jeg ved ikke, altså den her tror jeg ikke, han spiller på.
Nej, jeg tror ikke, han spiller på den.
Nej,
Vi kommer til at lægge væsentligt
Men er vi ikke
bedre.
tilfredse med, at vi ligger med en? Det er et meget svært skud, han har til point, synes jeg. Og hvis han får 2, er det flot. Men altså, jeg kan ikke lige se, hvordan han skal gøre det.
Nej, jeg kan heller ikke se, hvordan han får nummer 2 ind.
Vi hellere spille den.
Ja, jeg kan godt lide den her. Lad ham tage
Altså,
det
han
svære
har
skud.
den der, ikke? Dernede på siden.
Ja.
Og ryk den der ud. Så ligger han pludselig med 2, ikke?
Lige præcis, det er den, jeg er bange for. Det er derfor, jeg ikke kan lide den her.
Ja, men den udlægger du ved den der, jo.
Men jeg kan bedre lide den her. Lad ham skyde.
Så der spiller han.
Hvor vil du have den henne? Herom?
If you do nose that top red one, the impact rock will only move, just roll over about 6-8 inches, blocks the intern side. You nose the rock, it's still blocking the middle, and the other yellow is blocking the left-hand side. So it's a pretty good result. They are not playing that. I'm thinking the intern tap, same shot with about hack weight. They've decided on.
Kasper!
Okay, fart.
Kasper!
Kaspers. Den er lidt lang. God linje. To. God fart. God linje.
Wondering if they're guarding actually the yellow.
Yellow raise,
Yeah.
sure.
Kun lige over. Kun lige over.
Den er over.
This is going to curl a mile, though.
Sæt dig. Sæt dig.
Fint. Jeg tror, det holder.
Okay.
Okay.
Vi bliver simpelthen nødt til at holde noget med.
Hack, il a dit.
Axe sur 3 quarts.
Ouais, juste cette vitesse-là, je pense.
So Peter must think it does hit that red
Huh?
first.
Ah, ok.
Exact, ouais. Tu veux quoi, hack? Max, ouais. OK, juste hack. Si ça, on peut l'amener ici.
I think they're
Après,
just
ça,
trying
tout
to
casser.
move their yellow.
OK, parfait. Le
Yeah.
mieux, ce serait vraiment de rouler.
Spin it back
Exactement
onto the
vers là.
button. Basically the same shot they tried last time with the other turn. And now it's the red one going in instead. So just back line, back 12 type of weight.
11. C'est un peu
11.
vite.
Wow, wow. Enlève. Maintenant. Non. Benoît. Pas bien.
Benoit
Très fort.
trying to get it to curl.
Allez. Très fort. C'est bien. Continue.
Moving. Not enough though.
Just wide and doesn't even touch the one in the 8 foot.
Je pense que c'est pas assez vite hein, aussi.
Je pense sur ses limites à la fin.
Ça a pris vraiment fin.
Does that yellow red on the right go, Kevin, or does it catch the other red in the 4 foot?
I think you could definitely play it with board or something. You'd end up with shot rock, I think.
Like that?
Like that.
Hvis han bare bomber den der til, så rykker den der så ikke længere der.
Jeg tror, at den er nemmere til 2, den der.
Jeg tænker heroppe.
While they're discussing, we'll take you over for an update between Scotland and Italy. Scotland up 5-1 now. Italy here with last stone in the 7th.
Yes, trying a raise here to try to move some yellow rocks. Needs to go across the face a little. Doesn't quite. And one yellow stays in the middle, so it's steal of 1.
Scotland goes up 6-1 after 7.
Vi er dernede. T-line. Vi er dernede. Frys. T-line. Frys. Få en god vinkel. Sætter sig lidt. 3, 12. 12 tæt. 12. Yep.
So Denmark here. I'm not sure what they were trying to play, Kevin. Did you see an indication?
Well, I think that they believe they are shot stone. So taking away all the easy raises.
Jeg var lidt bange for det spor der.
C'est possible qu'on ait 2 shots.
So hitting
C'est
this
même possible pour les 2
hard,
shots, ça se trouve. Hein.
Tu veux prendre ce qu'on voit ou plus fin?
Ouais, je pense.
Peter thinks that the shot stone will go out of the house. The other red's not really going anywhere, I don't think.
Ouais, mais c'est pas
But
grave.
it will be second
On
shot.
peut jouer moins
The
vite, mais je sais pas. J'aimerais vraiment
rock
que
on
ça
at the
vienne là.
back 4 will be shot
2
stone.
tiers, je pense. C'est intéressant.
Tu veux faire quoi? Ça marche. Et si ça prend plus fin, c'est pas grave.
Grilling.
Ouais. J'aimerais m'assurer de prendre ça. Peut-être, avec un peu de shot, ça reste, mais...
Je pense pas, mais c'est OK, on a un shot avec ça après.
Si ça fait tac-tac, peut-être ça la pousse là même. Hein.
Après, on a un shot avec le back.
Tick.
Ça sera prise sur ça.
OK.
So
Throwing some pace on this one. Trying to hit half of that red rock onto the yellow, the red onto the yellow and onto the red. And it should, when the smoke clears, should be one yellow and one lonely red in the middle.
Whoa. Très bien.
Super.
That's right.
Très bien. C'est bien, hein?
Ouais, c'est vachement bien, je trouve.
Super.
Nå, så er det, hvad vi bare skal fjerne det.
It's a good shot.
Det kommer af med shooteren, så han ikke får en dobbelt.
Ja, præcis.
Og jeg er ned på den.
Très bien.
Super.
Har han så ikke den der til
Kom her.
at fjerne?
Super.
Ja.
Très bien.
superb.
Ouais, c'est
That's what Peter said. Superb.
Superb. Good shot.
So now Denmark here. You can see a little bit of that red one to use, maybe to tap.
Hvis vi lægger garden, hvordan får han så 2?
Yeah, tap it into the button area. The problem is your shooter.
Han har 3 her.
Tap it in, and if your shooter rolls too far, Benoit's going to have an in off the side for 3. If your shooter doesn't roll far enough, he'll come off of that for 3.
Jeg tager T-line i hånden.
So trying to tap and get rid of the shooter somehow?
Probably
or as
try to
far
keep
as
it
you
up
can?
top. Try to keep it up top.
Okay.
Go! T-line! T-line!
Last stone here for Mikael Kraus and Kasper Viksten again trying to get this one by for him.
This is really tight though. Cannot afford to rack. It is on the guard.
Yep.
I think that's the first one we've seen that Kasper hasn't
Got
gotten
by.
by.
Den køler bare med det samme.
Okay.
C'est plus facile. Je pense plus facile.
And so
Moitié,
is
deux
there a
Got
double?
the double on the reds.
Jam dessus. Bon, ça
He can
peut
come off
spinner
the
peut-être
side
là, mais
red
faudrait pas
on
le
the
voir.
left-hand
Une moitié,
side
ça
and
va.
hit into the yellow. That would give him 3.
C'est bien pour 2.
This is the easiest shot though. Red under red, and even if you stick it right there, it's still 2 yellows. This would be the simplest of all the options.
2 tiers, c'est bien.
This is only for 2 versus 3, but it's a good call.
Last stone here for Switzerland in the 7th end. Benoit Schwartz with big power out of the hack.
Ouais.
Trying to hit a skinny half.
Bien.
Very nice.
And that'll be 2 for Switzerland. So they take a 7-4 lead.
Bien joué, Evan. Bravo. I like. Bon, on fait les angles à la fin.
Ouais. Faut jamais celle-là.
Kasper nummer 2.
7'eren. Hvorfor det?
Fordi at hans første knækker også.
Non, 5, non?
Peut-être ça ralentit un peu, mais...
C'est court, non?
3. C'est 3, ça va aussi.
Je pense que c'est bien, les gars.
Ligne parfaite. 3. 3, ça va aussi. Ok, 3, wow, easy, 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 easy.
Ouais, même pour ça, c'est...
C'est pas très grave si on n'est pas centerline. C'est bien, ok. Bien belé.
Parfait, Val.
15.
Cornerbandit.
Welcome back to BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship. After 7, Switzerland with a 7-4 lead. Denmark with last zone advantage here. Throwing up corner.
2, god fart. 2, 2. 1, 2.
Mikkelsen.
1, 2. 1, 2. Yep. Halvanden. Yep. Yep.
Han er god.
Flot.
Good corner.
Ligne bien.
5.
4, 5, 5.
5, c'est parfait.
5.
5,
Ligne
6.
bien.
Valentine is a bartender.
Oui. Wow, wow. Ligne parfaite. 5. Bon avant, bon avant, bon avant.
6.
C'est moitié
Ça
4
curle
pieds.
plus.
6.
Oh, easy.
C'est 6. C'est 6.
C'est caressé.
Very nice, right to the top forefoot.
Bien, Val. Bien.
Super.
Ganz schön. Ouais, elle curle.
Totally buried.
Elle perd en fait la rotation, ça va pas.
Good game for Valentine. Not a bad game for Casper, but little struggles on some of his second stones.
8, 12.
Fin retning.
8.
Well, let's see if he can get this one.
Yep. Yep.
Get this one in there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
12.
Yep. God retning.
In a situation where you know you're just going to be throwing the first rock out front,
Kør bare.
like I would switch him and have the rock that curls more on the second one, and he may have done that this time because that finished nicely into the face. Good freeze.
Smukt.
Ligne très bien. Attention,
Cinq.
Sven. 5, 6.
Ligne ok,
Ligne
ligne ok.
parfaite.
La vitesse.
Ligne très bien.
Celle dessus.
Juste vitesse, il faut 5, Max.
Celle dessus.
Ligne bien.
Ça flotte encore.
Six,
Une mieux.
tiens.
Attention, Sven.
6. Non, 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 non. On est
14, 5. 14, 5.
Ça touche tout
Ligne
petit
bien.
peu.
Ça a l'air parfait.
Ça touche, ça touche, ça touche.
Ah ouais, ça a l'air bon.
He's coming in just a little on the high side.
Rapide, très bien.
Just taps it a bit, but still stays in front.
Well, opportunity to maybe come down and bump a little bit.
Go.
Mads has had his struggles today.
Retning er god.
Peter having a very nice game.
Go 10. God fart.
Yeah, that's a big difference when you're talking 30%.
God fart. 10-line. Er der nede. Lille bomb. 10-line.
Samme fart som den her. Og samme tid som den.
Lille bomb.
Okay, Mads. Fint. Kom igen.
Next door, Canada, Sweden. Canada 5-2 here in the 7th end, and Team Canada has last zone.
And in big trouble. Looking at 3 all in the forefoot. Brendan deciding to play the out-turn hack weight down the center line and try to roll into the button area. Incredibly tough shot. Just wants to sneak in there. That's a beautiful shot for one.
Ok, attends, ligne, c'est bien.
6-2.
Ligne bien, Sven devant.
Ligne ok.
4, 5.
Moi, 5.
Ligne bien.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was pretty good. On a juste freeze.
On va être en plein, attention. Oui.
Ouais. Freeze.
Oui.
Trying to make
Freeze.
Oui, oui, oui.
freeze here again.
Freeze.
Oui, oui.
An end of angles setting up here again,
Bien
Kevin.
belé.
Super.
Yeah, that the one red one is the one that's not quite in the right spot. It can, by just raising the yellow guard onto the yellow, that red springs right out of there, and so does the other red one. So it's always key to put those freezes at the right angles.
Go.
Retning er god.
Yep.
Yep,
God fart.
retning. Yep.
Lidt ned. Lidt ned. 4. Du kommer på anden side.
It's just light,
Den er forbi.
over curled, and Not sure what happened to that. Maybe not even light, just maybe it picked.
And at the right weight, so just a strange one.
Sådan foregår der. Kan vi ikke parre den med Kasper? Den er godt nok ikke til at lege med den der. Den køler jo endnu mere.
On est une.
Sådan foregår der. Du har...
On peut pas enlever juste la rouge là?
Yeah, it's just so tight all the way down the sheet. Just, yeah.
And then just kept going sideways.
Hvad sker der på det der? Det er ikke sjovt, den fægter der. Det er den der sekser der.
Il va le faire le freeze, hein?
Ça va. Oui. Pas parfait, mais... Peut-être qu'il fait
Bonne
ça
antenne
après.
si tu veux, hein?
Comme tu veux, Pete. Ouais, c'est soit une bombe plastique ici. Ça part, mais je pense que ça part aussi. Fais le freeze. Soit juste freeze. Moi, je mets pas trop fan de ça. Ouais. OK. 5.
So throwing the freeze, they were talking about the run back, but right now the yellow rocks are all positioned beautifully in the house. So maybe just freeze it for now, and you've always got the run back later if you want.
Ligne bien. Easy, easy. Ligne bien. Ligne parfaite. Un peu court.
3, 4, 6.
À vous, les gars, ligne parfaite. Ligne.
Allez, Van! Allez, Van!
Allez, on avance, parfait. Allez,
Ligne parfait! 4.
Line's perfect if you can get the freeze in there.
Fini.
Oh, that looks really good. Oh boy.
Skal vi bruge vores egen røde der, eller hvad?
Is that a little higher than they wanted, but still okay.
Yeah, definitely okay.
Okay, ja.
It's every red stone is vulnerable, and not every yellow one is. That's the difference.
So we're just playing into the pocket here, Kevin.
Needing to get across the face, definitely.
Sådan er okay. God linje. 4. Yep. 8. 4.
Well, we know this will curl, the spot in the ice.
Here goes Casper again, trying to work it to get it by.
Boy, he has had to work a lot of rocks tonight. Trying to get this one just past. Oh, so close.
Ja, okay. Det er okay.
That is lined up at the yellow, so turned out okay. Might see the run back now by Team Switzerland.
Lui, pour l'instant, il peut taper ça
I
en
would think
plein et
so.
enlever beaucoup de jaune. Ouais. S'il tape ça en plein.
That's lined right up
Ça va
at
faire
that yellow
tic-tic, ça va
stone.
leader.
Mais tu penses que ça sort? Moi, je pense pas.
Hein?
Le 7 là. Ça sort pas, non?
Ça, non.
Alors,
Ouais. Maintenant? Moi, je pense
si
que
on
tu
joue
fais...
une bombe là, ça sort pas.
Bang, bang.
Hein?
Et ça sort
Red.
pas là.
Off of the yellow, onto the red, and that might even go through the post. All the reds might go out with this shot.
Oui, mais si ça va rester ici,
That'd be fun.
c'est idéal, non?
Yes.
A quadruple. That doesn't happen very often.
Ça, c'est exactement aligné dessus. Ça,
Quadruple.
Si on est sûr, on fait ça.
I think so. I think that red will go too. Yeah.
Ça me dérange pas. Si t'es chaud.
Pas trop. Non, non.
Ok, d'accord.
Pas de plaisir, ok.
So just off the nose
tu
of
veux
the
être en
guard,
plein ou juste-
hard.
Même un... Ouais, plein, ouais. Ok.
So this will be flying.
Ok, vite, en
Yeah,
plein.
it has to have decent weight. It doesn't have to be really, really hard. All those angles are so good.
Ça suffit.
Ça?
Just off nose, on the outside.
Similar numbers here for the 2/3.
Ouais.
Big shot here for Sven Mikael.
This is over curling a little, I think. Yes, hit it on the wrong side.
Il n'y a rien qui part.
So that's bad. Not a good throw there. That's the third time that Sven has over curl on big weight hits this evening. So now it looks like you can hit the yellow and touch the yellow beside it and then carry them back onto the red. This could be a nice triple if made properly. Looks pretty good.
Super.
Didn't, well, not bad. Didn't hit the top yellow, but that's okay. Sitting second, third, and fourth. That's a very lonely lemon. That was a bad miss by Sven.
Sven, yes.
That was a fairly simple shot, and to miss, and
Super. Og Tobias.
J'aime pas trop ça.
Si on reste là, c'est bien, non? C'est très bien.
Ça stick ici, c'est pas mal. Ouais. Si je fais ce run double là.
Might go across the top of that red. That one.
Pourquoi pas?
Pourquoi pas?
Hein? Si t'es un... Je sais pas, mais si tu fais ça, Violov que ça, il a intensité pour rester 5 shots.
I don't know about hitting
Si on
that
prend
yellow
ça un
guard
petit peu à
now.
l'extérieur, ça
Bit of
devrait
trouble
rester ici.
for Switzerland right now.
En théorie, mais grand max 3. Grand max, je pense. Mais genre sur 3 quarts, 2 tiers. On n'est pas obligé de tenir une bombe. Ça, ça change rien. Hein. Non.
Je crois qu'on fait ça.
Ouais.
They're trying to just play the red, yellow, red combination to sit third.
Faudrait être sûr de pouvoir juste sortir.
Right?
Yes,
Ça saute,
yes.
ça va prendre fin, tu vois.
But they're worried
Peut-être faut
about
venir un peu plus
the
vite.
yellow rock just skipping off the top of the redstone that's biting the forefoot
Ouais,
and rolling out of the house. If that occurs, you're going to lose your shooter too. Well, now all
On
of a
arrive à
sudden,
sortir ça, tu penses
there'll
à
be
4/5e?
1, 2,
Ouais, je peux
3
venir vite si t'as envie. Hein.
reds in the rings, and your
j'adore
shooter
quand tu
would
vas
be the
vite.
fourth red.
Non,
Could be a
mais-
four-ender.
Ouais, je sais pas ce qui est mieux.
Faut juste pas prendre trop fin et toucher la jaune derrière. Hein.
Ouais. Moi, je vais être sûr d'en enlever 2.
Still looking at this other run back.
Ok.
Être sûr d'en enlever 2, quoi, je pense. Je pense que si tu
See,
viens...
that yellow is
si tu
lined
viens
up.
en
You
tout
go
cas
red,
7 sur
yellow.
3 quarts, ça
It's
sort,
going to hit off
devrait
the
sortir
top.
facile. Je pense pas que ça va aller très loin. Peut-être qu'on a même freeze là
So
et
maybe
ça
not
sera un
throw
angle
it too
ici après,
hard.
tu vois.
Okay, that's
Selon
reasonable.
comment. Peut-être avec un peu de chance, on est deuxième shot. Exact. Peut-être pas. Ouais.
Everything was looking so good for
Ouais, exact.
Team Switzerland.
Till
And
that one little over curl.
Tu préfères venir
Only
vite,
missed,
ça
it,
va.
only missed it by maybe an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches.
Ça?
And that has changed the entire end.
Je pense que 3 quarts, ça sera bien aussi.
Oh, that's what makes curling so much fun
Yes.
and frustrating.
Yes.
Ouais.
These
So-
last couple of ends have been very interesting, though.
Trying to hit
Set.
about 2/3, 3/4 of this rock.
Fort, fort. Oui. Fort. Fort. Allez, va. Continue.
Make contact, lose that one, but it did spin out the top. That's
Okay.
what I was worried about with that shot. And now, just off the nose with lightweight takeout.
Okay.
Sit 4.
Bit of an eye roll there by Benoit.
De kan også gå herned.
Lad os holde den her. 10.
Ja. Det er bare halv sten, vi skal ramme, eller hvad? Ja. Vi får at holde shooteren over den der, vi bomber ned i. Ja. Og hvad fart siger vi? 10? 10. Din, Kasper. Vi skal ramme halv sten, hva'? Og det er en lille smule mindre.
Good numbers for Benoit.
God fart! Tæt!
Tobias!
Just trying to run this back, Kevin.
Just off nose. Want to save the shooter, though. Save the shooter.
Just.
Does.
Stærk, Mikkel.
Wanted that to curl a little bit
Ja, det
more.
er godt.
So now it looks
Du
to
har en lille
be
smule tykkere. Ja, så det er fint.
a double. Maybe a triple, but
C'est ça.
2 tiers avec le in.
not sure
On
about
fait ça.
that. Definitely a double
Je crois que c'est sûr.
and a roll, maybe.
Clair. Et 3 quarts, je pense que t'es là. C'est vachement bien aussi, tu vois. Je pense 3 quarts, tu roules exactement là.
Moitié de la pierre.
Ouais, super. Ça, tu dis?
Je pense qu'il faut ça, ouais.
Do you just play the double, or do you actually
Il
focus
faut en
on the
tout cas
roll?
faire ce double là, quoi.
If you make the roll, the double's automatic. So just keep your weight up, though. Real firm.
Rouler derrière la jaune, c'est une option. Mais oui.
So really firm weight. Try to hit on the inside a little. And roll either behind the yellow guard or, as you saw Peter de Groos show, corner freeze. But make sure of the double.
Last stone here for Switzerland.
Ouais, oui. Fort,
Trying to
fort. Allez,
save themselves here in this end.
Là, l'autre.
And he'll
Go. Continue.
almost make the triple.
Sorry.
Almost, but does leave a hit for 3.
Ah, bien joué. Putain.
for Denmark to tie this game up.
Wow. Really good throw.
Là, l'autre. Go. Continue.
Okay.
Oh, and just, yeah, not quite. Yeah, so hit for 3 here for Denmark.
Go. Yep. Go fast. Yes. Yep.
Last stone.
Yes. Down. Hard.
Needs to get past the front yellow. Needs to get by. Does.
And avoids the one at the back, and that is a big 3 score for Denmark to tie this game up after 8 ends.
Stærkt faret. Godt spillet. Det holder lige. Ja, det er godt faret.
Stærk, dreng. Fed. God endelig.
C'était trop proche.
Hein?
C'est proche encore.
La mienne? Lui, il est passé très proche.
Der er 2, siger vi.
Ja, 2-3. 8 sekunder. 1. Det må godt.
Kassel! 2, Kassel lige nu. Selv 2. 2, god fart. God fart. 2.
Jeg er på plads i retning.
Det er godt, Kasper.
Welcome back here to the BKT Tires and Oki Tire World Men's Curling Championship. Big score of 3 by Denmark in the 8th end to tie this game up as we play the 9th end. Very interesting end, Kevin. Lots of rocks in play, lots of angles again, and a small miss by Switzerland kind of opened the door there.
Yes, very interesting end, very interesting game. Just a one miss by Sven Mikael, and the whole end just changed around, and Benoit Schwartz came very close to making an incredible triple, but not quite, and 3 it is. Well, tie game, 1 hammer each, so should be quite the finish.
2. 2. Tæt.
Denmark will certainly want to force them this end, force the Swiss team to score single.
There's that rock just not quite curling.
Okay, Kasper.
Vi skal også huske at komme ned til den der, ikke?
C'est dur, je pense, quand même.
Non. Bon, ça
Ouais. Hack.
Si tu prends la garde, c'est OK. Hein.
11,5.
Sur la garde, c'est OK. Hein.
Très peu. Ouais, exact. 11,5.
Ouais, OK.
I'm trying to get the little inside roll.
Ben trying to make this curl here.
That's pretty good. Should get a little bit of a roll. Did. Very nice.
And our first final of the evening Scotland with a 7-2 win over Italy, and Scotland moves to 8-3, and Italy drops to 5-6.
Aye. Good luck. Good game, thanks. Good luck.
Trying to get around both of these, and they'll overcurl and just touch that top yellow one.
Trouble brewing here if this hit and roll is made.
Dix. Oh, attention. Il travaille. 10. Oui. 10,5. Oui. Très fort. Wow. 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 Attention, Sven. Oui. Bravo.
Parfait.
Very nice roll.
Super, Pete.
An update for you in Canada, Sweden. Canada with a 6-2 lead, but Sweden has a chance for a few here, Kevin.
Yes, Nicodine on his first actually came through a hole and made a beautiful double. And then Brendan Botcher tried to play the freeze on the button, came up a little light for third shot, and now Nicodine has the out turn, and they're just trying to play a wiggle off of the Botcher stone that Brendan just threw by the guard. And you see the red rock, they're just trying to play a wiggle off of it. That's the call. Just like that. Great shot for 3. 6-5 now. Canada has hammer in 9.
Just mine.
And in our game, Denmark made a double but rolled out. And so Sweden will walk up and peel.
Yeah, probably throw another couple of guards. And you can always come around that rock in the top 12 to the tee line later. Definitely don't want a blank here for your team Denmark.
3. 2. God linje. Fin retning. 2. God linje. 2 er okay. 2.
You can safely throw at least one more guard after this, I would imagine. It will get peeled.
Oui. Okay. Yeah.
Very nice. And one more guard.
Encore une fois, je pense. Hein?
Lidt kortere. Samme fart. Lille skud. Ja, samme fart. Kasper hvis noget. Kasper hvis noget. God linje. 3. Helst ikke.
As long as this isn't too tight, it's just fine. It looks good. No problem.
Hold op, den 2.
Ja, den er tons
Good shot.
Okay. Er det nu, Matt?
And they'll still walk up, peel the guard.
Probably the last time, though. If another guard is thrown, you'll probably see Switzerland change gears and go into the house.
And fist pumps for the Germany and Korea game. Germany with a win there, 12-5 over Korea. Korea drops to 2-8, and Germany improves to 3-7.
20.
They coming around this time, Kevin?
I would think so. And into the back tee area.
Go! Lidt ned. God fart.
Need to have a little bit of separation.
T-line lige nu.
Tee line or even back 4.
God fart. Rundt bag. Rundt bag. Nej. Lang lige nu. Lang lige nu. Helst ikke.
This is lots of room.
Helst ikke.
Plenty of weight. As long as even back 8's fine. As long as the shot rock just needs to be buried. Only buried about a half, so that's Can tap that and sit 2. And then it's a big decision. Sit 2, probably hit, because even if you give up 2, you can always get 3 coming home. Well, try.
Try.
Yeah. That's just my positive nature. Just the way I always thought as a curler, as a skip. Okay, we can give them 2 here. We'll get our 3 coming home. That's just kind of habit in my brain.
Hack! Ouais, juste hack! One more! Ouais, fort, 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 Val. Vraiment fort. Oui! One, court!
Schwartz trying to come around here and tap this out.
This is really close, though, to racking on the center one.
Oh, great sweeping by Valentin.
Well, but
Tanner.
that's the good news. The bad news is this is a great opportunity to make a freeze and force.
They did have to get that by. Yeah, even his teammates said, wow. Just gets that.
A big chance here, though.
Lidt ned!
Mikael Kraus with his last stone.
Jeg er hurtig. God fart. 8 bag. Jeg er dernede. Vi er dernede. 8 bag. God fart.
Nej, Kasper.
8 bag. Retning er perfekt.
Line's really good if the weight's good. Lock it right on. You want to lock this thing right on the face.
Stærkt.
Great shot.
Beautiful shot.
And
C'est pas là
hopefully a
pour
big
deux, non?
force here for Denmark.
Sinon, un draw.
Switzerland taking a look here, but
Well, they're thinking of playing the pick. They can see about an inch of the red stone. You could play for 1. You could play the pick. You can definitely see enough to pick it. You could play the run back and try to blank.
Je pense que ça sort pas. Non, non.
There's 3 different options.
S'il prend ce côté-là, oui, mais on va rester dedans, je pense.
what do you, this goes to the little bit of, would you rather be 1 up without or 1 down with, Kevin?
On a le temps, hein, on peut prendre.
Well, you can see the outside edge. And Benoit's a fantastic hitter. If you hit what you can see of that red, you pick it clean and you get 2. And if you miss it, you've got the hammer coming home.
Ah, je pense pas.
Une bombe là, comme tu fais en
Or you draw for your
Moi, je pense qu'on peut mettre
On est forcé
Heinz.
par nous-mêmes.
I think in this situation, I would probably draw for the
au même.
Ouais, bah oui, on va
And that
le
is what
joli ou le.
Benoit's doing.
Ouais.
I think this is a good call. It's
bien
inviting,
ça,
though, to do the others, but
J'aime bien, hein,
cooler heads prevail. And
parce que là,
take your 1, so you're winning.
Would you ever purposefully give up the 1 here so that you had the hammer and
No.
il a joué 13.
Analytics say that you have a better chance of winning the game if you're ahead going home rather than 1 down. So this is a good decision.
last stone of the 9th end here for Benoit Schwartz?
La ligne est très bonne, mais
Forced to draw here for 1.
à mon avis, vous l'avez.
Sweepers taking a look on and off. Must be close.
That looks perfect.
That'll be a single for Switzerland. And they go up 8-7 after 9. But Denmark will have last stone advantage coming home in 10.
Oui. Oui. Oui.
Gå hårdt efter 2. Ja, helt sikkert. Fordi vi stjæler ikke mål.
Vi får i hvert fald svært ved det.
Det er i hvert fald kæmpe svært.
Så hvad, de smider ind, vi smider en corner, eller hvad?
2,5. 2,5. Ouais.
La signature, je pense 2.
OK. À la hauteur des logos, c'est parfait.
Attends.
Ah, c'est juste 2.
Il est large ou? Non. OK. Parfait. 2,5. Allez, maintenant. Ouais. Jusqu'au logo, là.
C'est bien là.
Allez.
C'est bien là.
Reste dessus. Bien, super.
Très bien.
Welcome back to our feature game tonight, Switzerland and Denmark. Switzerland with a 1-point lead. Denmark with the last stone advantage here as we play 10 at the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship.
Gå! Lidt ned! 12! Kør bare. 12! Kør bare. 12! God retning, yep!
Ended up being a big force. Last end,
Yep!
Kevin, it was building a little bit for Switzerland to maybe score 2 or 3 even at one point.
Absolutely, but then that rock a little tight, rolled behind the tee line, and just a beautiful freeze.
Jeg kan godt lide den der. Ja, det er svært for mig at komme rundt. Godt faret.
OK. Six. Ligne bien. 6, 7. Ligne parfaite. 6. Peu de place.
Juste 6.
Juste 6.
Switzerland coming around
Devant
everything
10 si on
here.
veut. 6, 7.
Attends.
Ligne 7, 7. Ligne
Toujours
magnifique.
6-7.
7, 7.
Non.
Au moins 7.
On peut la finir, Pete.
8. Non, c'est bien.
Just going to slip behind the tee,
Bien, Val.
but buried behind.
Trying to shrink the scoring area, which that does.
Si on rate, roule.
Corner. Il met le corner.
Vi har noget ned i.
As we check in on Canada and Sweden, Canada with a 1-point lead and last stone here in the 9th end for Brendan Botcher.
I would imagine playing the, it looks like there might be a double and roll out the back. Try and hit it about a half rock, make the double and roll out for a blank, but ends up getting 1.
That's fine. Good shot.
And they'll go up 2 leading into the 10th end, and Sweden will have last stone rock there. Denmark trying to make a freeze there, but not quite curling enough.
Limite.
5, 6. Ligne bien.
Le bouton.
Ligne bien.
Exactement léger.
4, 5.
Tout petit peu là.
Allez, fort. 4, 5.
Trying to get to the inside here.
5 en tout cas.
Allez, Val. Fort. 5, 6.
This does not look heavy.
No, it's not going to be all the way to the back.
Continue, lâche là-bas. Vers
Trying to
là-bas,
make
vers
sure
là-bas.
it buries and gets to the inside.
Great sweeping there.
I did not think that was going to get all the way to the freeze. Well
I
done.
am with you. Yeah, great sweeping there
Il faut 5 en tout cas.
by Sven and Valentin.
Allez, parfait. Presque freeze.
And then you see them switch here just to get a little more finish. And
Continue, lâche là-bas. Vers là-bas.
C'est parfait.
Go.
I thought it was going to stop in the top 8 foot.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah, we've seen some great brushing this game from Team Switzerland and a whole lot from Casper, of course.
Yes.
We've commented a lot on that.
Fra den gule, det er lidt dårligere.
So do you play the run back?
Comme tu veux, j'aime bien les deux.
If you roll to a corner, though, you're still in trouble, so nope, cannot afford to do it. If you could ever make the run back and roll your shooter off of the sheet, then it's worth it. But if you make the run back, leave a guard, it's better to play the come around.
La même.
Je pense qu'il y a assez.
6. Ligne bien.
6. 5, 6.
Toujours devant.
6, 5, 5.
Oui, ligne.
Ligne bien.
Ligne, oui.
Sven and Valentin going hard here again, trying to drag this stone. They got to get it by that red one. And they just get it by. Amazing, amazing back-to-back, end-to-end sweeping by
J'ai joué avec le feu.
Sven Mikael and Valentin Tanner.
Tak. Ja. Alternativ rub garden er ikke katastrofe. Ja. Gå efter den.
Husk, det er den her, der curler helt vildt.
Ja. Så bare lige på med en 10'er.
Ja.
So that did come out in the open a little bit. It is available for a small bump.
Lang. God retning. Kun hak. Bagkant. Hak. Gå. Sæt.
Hack.
Hak.
We do not want to lose this.
Bagkant.
Hack's a little heavy.
Sæt. Yep. Bagkant.
Boy, it's really curving. Can get by. Oh,
Just.
and roll in front of the other.
Flot, Mads. Godt spillet.
Oh, it wasn't quite hack weight. That was more like back 12.
Yes.
So that's good.
And
Nice shot.
Ja, 12,90. 12,90.
Oh, very nice. Came right by.
10. Ouais. Très bien.
So you can afford to get the roll, and you might take your own out, but you'll get rid of the red as well.
Attention.
If you do get the roll to the bottom.
Benoît. Reste avec. Wow. Oui. Ben. Allez, Benny. Allez.
Ça roule un petit peu.
Hop.
Bien.
Joué.
Difficile de faire beaucoup.
Well, here's the opportunity. The Team Denmark's been waiting for the same weight. Back 8 foot, back 12 foot.
right out of his hand, Tobias starts getting Mikael to sweep this.
Looks pretty good. Oh, looks really good.
Very nice. Wow, some great shot making here this end.
Now the run back. Look at this, though. Well managed.
Yes!
And now yellow, red, red, double. And left the corner guard. A huge opportunity if this is placed properly. You may see Switzerland have a, maybe throw another raise even.
Ja, det er okay.
Yeah, Denmark here in the last end with the last stone advantage, down 1 point, needing 2 to win.
Lidt oppe. Ja, 10-line.
Just have to stay away from setting up any kind of double.
Der er masser af plads. Der er masser af plads. Kun
8. You don't have to totally vary this either. Just vary a half is even good. As long as you're in the 8 foot. As long as you're in the 8 foot. Has to be in the 8 foot.
It is. I don't think so. I don't think so either. Just short of being second shot.
Just short of being perfect.
Jeg tror, den er toer. Det er den. Det er mig, der spiller.
Yeah, they know it. It's just so close.
Moi, je viendrais pas moins que 10,5, mais...
10,5, c'est parfait.
Hein? 10,5.
Bien sûr.
10,5, un petit 3/4.
Ouais.
Parfait. Ouais.
Yo.
Faut rester proche. Si on fait
A little
l'extérieur,
hit
peut-être
and
pas
roll
enlever
under
assez vite, ça
here
colle
for
fort
Switzerland.
Hit and roll under, definitely stay in the rings.
Juste 10. 10.
10,5.
10.
Wow,
C'est un. Poil vite. Van.
Ouais, c'est large.
Très fort. Très fort pour Knox.
Ouais.
Trying to make this curl.
Encore.
I don't think it's going to get the roll, but that's okay.
Il y a un runde nouvelle. C'est chaud.
But now,
Helt rulle derud, ikke?
Combien ça?
Op den hånd.
49, c'est ça.
back weight, try to get the little roll.
Je voulais juste pas...
Set up for a big 2 points. Quite a turn of momentum in this game over the last couple of ends.
Ouais, je pensais.
Enfin, si on calme ça de plus, c'est...
3-ender, and then a tremendous freeze in 9, and now a chance.
Ja, så ruller han den, og så... 11. Ja.
First stone from Mikael Kraus in this last end. Trying to make a little hit and roll.
Close, needs to curl some. Casper needs to get it to go a little.
Rolls just a bit, but still
Pretty good.
open a little. So close to the perfect roll.
Ikke gemt i hvert fald.
Nej, det kan godt være.
Le plus possible. On peut prendre un petit 2 tiers, on peut prendre quoi. Ouais.
C'est quoi la vitesse que tu fais?
Sinon ça quoi, mais...
Non.
Ça a besoin de ça jamme dessus.
11,5?
11,5, essayez de rester là.
11,5.
Rouler en centre.
So playing a top here, trying to sit 2.
Avant, j'étais 10-3, c'est quand même une seconde de moins.
It's going to be very difficult to not give a double attempt, though,
11,5, ouais.
on the last for the game.
Last stone for Switzerland.
12! Oui! 11,5! Tiens, c'est moi! Oui! Ouais, 11,5! Oui!
Non.
Ouais!
Non. On est sur un quart là.
Trying to make sure they tap this and sit for second. And they do.
Super.
And here's your chance.
Bien joué.
Same throw.
On peut pas faire plus. Non.
Benoit knows it. He made a good shot, but the game is on the line, and this is a makeable board weight shot.
Men altså, man kan sige, den der skal
Figure
kun
out the
rulles en
angles.
sten. Så længe vi snitter den, så burde den være der, ikke?
Ja.
Skuddet er der helt sikkert.
Ja.
10. Godt lige 10, ja. Marken er overkørt. Så har vi ikke
Pretty much the exact same shot as the
Tænker, den
last
har
one.
derovre. Ja, vi skal gå efter den.
Because if it's made properly, it will just bang into the other red, so you're not going to roll out.
Og hvis vi
Samme
står...
fart, Mikkel. Hvad?
Er det samme fart?
10, tænker jeg.
Okay. Og hvis vi står lige
Making
på,
sure
så er
they
det
line it up properly. And
Marken er overkørt.
Nej.
den vej.
Vi kan også tage den samme hånd igen, Mads. Den kører meget fint lige der.
Yeah, I like the same turn. Same turn, same throw. Deep breath.
yeah, big shot here for Danish skip Mikael Kraus.
Giv en my mindre.
Shot for the win here after being down a few early. Last stone of the 10th end.
Yep. God fart.
Wow. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
God fart.
Wow. Kasper.
Wow.
Ja, wow.
Needs to curl up a little bit more. This is close. This is close. What a shot. What a finish to the game.
Wow, and a big score of 2 for Denmark and a win over Switzerland.
Good luck. Good game, thank you. Good game.
Wow, what a turnaround in these last few ends. Denmark takes it
Good game, okay.
on a great double by Mikael Kraus. And they will improve to 3-7, and Swiss drops to 5-5.
Mads, tager du min sål med?
Ja, er det den?
Ja.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring you back here into the arena, and the only game left here on the ice. Canada with a 7-5 lead, but Sweden has the last stone. Rock here. So we watch Team Canada skip Brendan Botcher. This is his first stone of this final end.
Whoa, clean. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Hard. Hard.
They're just trying to hit and roll, but not quite so far. And that leaves a double for Sweden to sit a bundle. So this will be flying down the ice as Nicholas Sedin throws his first here. Pretty low numbers you see there for Nicholas compared to what we're used to seeing with him. And he'll punch that sideways and sit 4. And Canada in some real trouble here. Gets the action off that one on the button to punch the other one sideways.
This angle so that it jams in there. If you hit it a little on this side and stay on this side of it, we'll be okay.
A little on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
With kind of the same weight.
Yeah, kind of the same weight.
Yeah.
Back line.
Yeah. Like, so we got to hit it 3/4 high with back
Yeah,
line.
I like it. Yeah. Okay. Like an inch high almost is really good.
Okay.
So just playing the out turn here, trying to come down and tap that yellow stone that's at the top of the button. And onto the other yellow one, split them at the back so that there's a pocket backing there, and hopefully have their red one sit right in front as shot rock. Big shot here for Brendan Botcher. Canada's last stone.
Solid back line again.
Similar.
Led by 5 at one point in this game.
Hard! Yeah! Hard!
Karp Martin trying to hold the line here.
Same. Yes! Hard! 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 Whoa! Good. Nice shot.
And they just tap it out and maybe undercurled a little bit. They wanted it to maybe curl up a little bit more. And Sweden now looking to see what they have here for multiple points. So I think Nicholas is trying to sort of punch this, get to the inside a little bit, and I'm not sure if there's a hole there. Final stone here for Nicholas Sedin here in the 10th end, trying to win this game, being down 2 here in the 10th. All sorts of pressure on Canada. Just gets by the guard and punches it out, and a score of 3, maybe even 4 for Sweden, and they come back and win that game against Canada. The score of, I think they got 4 there, a big score of 4 in a 9-7 final, and that puts Canada to 7-4, and Sweden improves to 9-2. Also in our feature game from session 18, Denmark and Switzerland. And what a game, what a battle, and lots of rocks in play in the second half. And Denmark makes a bit of a comeback for the win. Let's take a look at some second half highlights. The 7th end, and lots of rocks, lots of angles here, and Switzerland with a chance for a double and 2. And Benoit makes it no problem. And next in the 8th end, lots of angles again at one point in this end, but a miss by Sven Mikael kind of opens the door a little bit here for Denmark, and they end up having a hit here for 3.
Godt, 3.
And to the last end, 10th end, and opportunity here for Denmark, Kevin.
An incredible shot. Got to play the same shot twice, so knew the ice. A good patient throw, and look at this shot. Beautiful stone to win the game. Great last 3 ends by this team. Fantastic.
A big comeback and a big win for Denmark. And here's all of our final scores from session 18. Sweden with the big 4 in the 10th end to beat Canada 9-7. Our feature game, as we just showed you, 9-8 for Denmark. Germany 12-5 over Korea, and Scotland with a 7-2 win over Italy. And here's a look at our updated standings. And with that big win over Canada, Sweden does qualify for the playoff round. RCF at 2 losses as well, but a game back. Scotland and Norway and United States all sitting at 3. Canada now drops to 4 losses. Switzerland alone at 5. And you see the rest of the pack rounded out by Korea and the Netherlands, both at 2 and 8. Now, Kevin is here with Mads Nørgaard about their big win over Switzerland.
All right, well, what a win. Your thoughts on such a fantastic victory at a World Championship?
Yeah, it was a great game. I think we really needed to prove a point here. We've had a tough week so far, and I think we really needed to prove that we belong here somehow. Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I think there's more to that. Like, you guys were way behind, and I'd like to hear about your thoughts on your team's gritty effort.
Yeah.
Like, there was no quit.
No, we had a lot of spirit for this game. I think we everybody agreed to go out there and give it 100% because we don't have a chance for playoffs right now. So I think we wanted to show everybody and ourselves mostly that we had a great chance at, yeah, I think stay up here and be a part of the World Curling Championships.
The amount, it seems to me, when you came out this morning and there's more curl in the ice.
Yeah.
It looks like the last half of this game, you really got a good feel for the amount of curl.
Yeah, I think that's true. We struggled a lot in the morning game with the ice. We had a lot of rocks over curl. We had a few in this game as well, but we had a tough rock as well. Number 6 is crazy. But I think we figured it out and gave it a bit more spin in the release, and that helped us out.
Well, congratulations. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
See ya.
Mads Nørgaard with a exciting win, and that wraps up session 18 here from BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship from the bubble in Calgary.
Sorry.
Ja!
Bien joué. Congrats.
I don't want to spend $10,000.